Hi, everybody. This is good old JR Jim Ross. I am a WWE Hall of Famer, and you are listening to Knockouts and Recount. And it is a slaughter.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
Knockouts and 3 counts.
You can't steal my shit, you part-time motherfucker.
Time Out. Whoa. Wait. 5 seconds into the show, you've already cussed. Bam.
Bam.
This is Knockouts and 3 counts. And ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in a long time, we got the original 4 horsemen.
Too sweet, that shit.
Bam.
Too sweet, cuss. Too sweet.
Too sweet. 2 sweets and 4s all in the air, man.
And hey, that drop intro didn't sound bad considering Kyle recorded it on a potato and I only spent 5 minutes working on it.
Damn, he's on your phone. I wouldn't take that shit. I'd kick him out.
Wow. Just for the record,
I'll make it better later.
that
maybe.
Mr. Anderson drop and all the rest of them came from my phone too, and they came out well, so I don't know what happened.
That's what she said.
Notice how he's talking really, really slow to make sure he doesn't cuss now. But
Yeah, but yet he's going to swear within minutes eventually, so here it comes.
dude, I can keep this clean all day, man. Sassafras, man.
Sound like a challenge.
Oh, cheese and crackers, guys. It's great to see you.
Oh, diddly.
Good night. Good night, everybody.
Well, since it's been a long time since you guys have been here, man, let's go ahead and reintroduce you guys to the audience. We'll start to the bald man to my right.
Oh, thank God.
You ain't there yet, brother.
You just got a little gray, man. You just got a little gray.
I take the gray over the ball.
All right. Kevin, Instagram.
Do you know
Twitter.
your last name?
I don't have one.
It's the man of mystery.
Yeah. Kevin, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everything, __, made in the 80s.
No comment?
Real,
No comment.
real simple, man.
Yeah.
Good to have you back, man. Mr. Collison.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Detroit Knockout, at Detroit Knockout. Make sure you're following all the show's social media as well, at KO3C Pod, Twitter and Instagram, Knockouts and 3 Counts Podcast on Facebook. And check out our website, ko3cpod.com.
Y'all should probably tell me how you want that updated.
We'll take care of that
We want it updated all nice and sexy.
This show is going to go to hell in the handbasket.
3 minutes in and it's already shot.
That's what
Mr.
she said.
Campbell.
What's up, everybody? This is Chaos. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Team Chaos. That's KAYOS. You can also find my other show, What Kind of Podcast Is This? Everywhere where you listen to podcasts, Anchor, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, or everyonewhocares.com.
Facts.
And I am Devin. You can find me on Twitter at Devin63. That's DEVINTHE63. You can find me on Instagram at All Steak No Sizzle. That's one word. Make sure you check out the Reality Era News group where we talk wrestling. We've had some very good debates in there, leading up to WrestleMania. And we're going to actually reference a poll from that group in a little while. But make sure you follow us on there and follow all of our social media and KL3CPod.com. All right, guys, we got a lot to talk about. So let's go ahead and jump into it real quick.
Where's the pad?
Huh?
Where's the pad?
What pad?
He goes off his phone now.
Yes, yes.
He's gotten all technological on us.
Yeah. I've upgraded to
iPhone?
no.
This guy.
I feel like that sound effect could be used for many, many purposes. We're gonna make.
Whoa, excuse me.
Damn, the table just moved. Man. Wait, all right. Before we jump into wrestling, real quick, Kevin and Kyle, man, how have you guys been, man?
I've had a shitty year.
I had a shitty year.
I've had a shitty year too.
Say.
Kyle, how's your year?
Come on, man. We need you to lift us up.
I mean, it's going all right. I'm going to WrestleMania in 2 days, so I can't complain.
Thank you.
I'll take that. We will live vicariously through you.
Yes.
We will live vicariously through your snaps and Instagrams.
So what's it like not to be
Depressed
sad all the time?
Just wait for it.
Oh,
in
shit.
your 30s, it happens.
Uh-oh.
We got a caller.
Uh-oh.
Gee, I wonder who it is.
Holy shit.
Feel the thunder.
It's Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
It's Flair Claus.
That's right, big man. Randy hates me.
Bro, we were...
I don't hate you. I just made you full screen on the video.
Oh, nice. There
And
I
just
am.
you. just you.
Oh, Mr. Thunder.
Okay, back to everybody who matters.
Wow.
Mr.
Randy,
Thunder.
the comedian of the year, y'all. You got jokes. Kill me every time. I hate you, Randy. You hate me.
You're a happy family. Mr. Thunder, why don't you go ahead and throw out your social media?
I
and,
love you, Randy. My social media is Tony Thunder everywhere. Tony_Thunder on Snapchat. Tony Thunder on Facebook. Tony Thunder. I think _Thunder on Twitter. I forgot. Y'all just all right.
Any shows coming up, man?
Man, next weekend, there's gonna be a show in Chicago. I think R. Kelly's performing live.
Wow.
Oh God.
I heard my auntie got tickets from the Sweat Hotel, so you know how that goes. Yeah, man. You know, April 20th, y'all should already be at BCWA, and there's no question about that.
Definitely.
You know, so just throwing that out there. Make sure everybody know.
Speaking of shows, shout out to we were at a couple different shows this weekend. We had old wrestling in Detroit at the Whiskey Factory that we
Nice.
went and checked out, and we might be hopefully linking up with the boys from 2020 Apparel soon. And then we were at Clash Wrestling, and we may be doing our thing like we do at BCWA. We might be making it over to Clash real soon. So if you're in the Michigan area, check out all those promotions that I just mentioned. BCWA, Clash,
Definitely.
Old Wrestling. There's plenty of good shit out here, so check them out.
Yes, sir.
Word.
All right, so we got a lot of wrestling to cover for this weekend, so let's go ahead and jump into it. I think the best way to do it is to just
Go and dry.
Not the best way.
not the best way, sir. Who told you that?
Trial and error.
Hey,
Man, let's just go ahead and jump into this NXT card. We're going to go ahead and give our predictions on each show. If you got a little something to say on it, go ahead and throw your thoughts in there. But we start off with our tag team match. We have the War Raiders versus Aleister Black and Ricochet. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Mr.
I'll
Kev.
take this.
We're going
my bad.
to
Go
let Kev go first. Kev hasn't been here in like 19 years, man.
Yeah, here last time he was here.
He got a lot to say.
I'm gonna give it to the War Raiders
Why?
because I don't see
Right on the spot. Why?
because there's no reason for Aleister Black and
Yes, the fuck there is.
there's no reason for them to win the tag team titles. It's not NXT anyway. They gonna win one of the main titles.
Dude, you haven't been here in who knows how long, and that's all you got to say, man?
I'm just saying.
All right,
That's my legitimate reason.
Mr. Campbell.
Yeah, War Raiders for the same reason. I don't see this newly formed tag team of Black and Ricochet getting the NXT titles. It just doesn't feel like, it just doesn't feel right. So yeah, I go with the War Raiders. They're probably going to be there a little longer, so they could really help that division. So I think it just doesn't feel right for Black and Ricochet to get the NXT tag team titles right now.
Mr. Thunder.
That's me. History proves that you should always go against what Kev say.
He's got a point.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Aleister and Ricochet win this one, and my reason behind it is because if they're not established as a tag team who can win in NXT, why should they be established as a tag team who's going for tag team championships on the main roster?
All right, I like it.
You give me a score?
Yeah. Mr. By the way, yeah, we ain't doing none of that water bet stuff because no one has paid up from Survivor Series
nobody paid me.
2017.
Nobody paid me my shit.
Exactly. So, yeah.
Looking at you,
we just doing
Baldy.
this for fun. Mr.
Who
Collison.
I owe?
Huh?
Everybody.
Larry, you don't love Jesus.
Mr. Collison.
Tony kind of took the words out of my mouth, but I wasn't going to say just because they should be established before they go for the main roster tag titles. For me, you've had them on there every week for how many weeks at this point? And you have them win all these matches. You've had them beat the tag team champions on the main roster. Like, why do all that if you're just going to have them lose? Like that, I don't know. I think that they're trying to build them up as one of the next viable threats for the tag team titles on the main roster. So like Tony said, I'm going with that reason. I'm going Aleister Black and Ricochet.
One word, man. War.
I'm not mad at it. I like the War Raiders, though, so it wouldn't make me mad.
Don't you know better than to bet against Kev? Like, especially with Kyle say something different. Like, do y'all not like? All right.
All right. Well,
Hey, no. Difference is now, I'm not thinking with my heart. I'm thinking logically.
No, you
What?
ain't.
It's easy how it goes. I even think of Armor Dicks. Anyway.
But real quick, let's touch on this subject real quick. What do you guys think about what they're doing with Aleister Black and Ricochet? They got them on all three brands. They basically over the past 2-3 months.
Hey Randy,
you've
this is
seen-
when you do that Price is Right thing drop.
Do we have that? Do we
That's
have
what I
that?
think-
Please tell me
that's
we have that. Do we have
Where
that?
the what?
That
Good one.
Okay.
Anyways,
All right, I guess we didn't have it.
I don't know what the fuck that was, but for me, man,
Ooh,
I like it.
What about this one?
No.
That's doing too much.
Hello.
You know, like when somebody, when somebody loses on the Price is Right, that's what I'm looking for.
Never mind.
John Cena is the reason Subway toast they to subs now.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, did you just make John Cena into Chuck Norris?
No, it's like if you think about it, when John Cena debuted in WWE, Subway was like, "Hey, we gotta toast our subs now."
Oh my god.
When Colin Cassidy, when Colin Cassidy became Big Cass, WWE was like, "Hey, Colin Cassidy gotta become Big Cass." So McDonald's was like, "You know what? We gotta make breakfast 24/7." It's the reason.
So Ricochet
So
and Aleister Black.
I think the reason Subway has toasters is it was incentive from Coke to switch from Pepsi. Or like if you switch from Pepsi to Coke, we'll give you these toaster ovens as well.
See now, Randy's bringing the real knowledge.
Shit,
We're
now
over here.
that's
just
some
dumb
Matthew
shit.
Santoro. 50
No, let
facts
me
for
tell you.
your
Let me tell you
ass.
the real reason. Big E Langston.
You know, I had a lady that came to my window the other day that said she went to school with Big E Langston.
Really?
Like, she goes, I think his name's Big E, and she goes, yeah, I remember him from back in the day. She's like, he's the most like mild mannered dude you'd meet, and I'm like, this must not be the same guy. I'm
He's out of his
thinking.
shell now.
just don't call him Etor. Doesn't like that.
But yeah, what do you guys think about Ricochet and Aleister Black bouncing around on all three brands right now?
I like it
They
only.
gonna end up feuding.
Yeah, that's going to happen for sure. But I like it for the fact that, like, as we've talked about on the show a lot, like, it's clearly a different audience between NXT and WWE. And I think by you putting Aleister Black and Ricochet, who are arguably two of the top stars you got over there, on all three brands, if you're going to eventually bring them up anyway, I feel like it also shines a good light on NXT. Like, okay, if these guys are coming from NXT, maybe I need to check it out. So, I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing. I just hope that however it plays out, that they've got, like, a clear path of what they want to do with it.
Kev?
Well, I think that I also like it, but I look at it like they doing too much with them. Like as far as like it's easier for them to get injured if they go on a random show than go on another show the next week, then the next day. It's easier for injuries to happen.
Kyle?
I don't like it and I like it. I don't like it because I think they're better than a tag team, but I like it because you are showing two of the top. If you look at the entire roster, NXT included, these guys are top 10. I put them in my top 10. If I'm looking at the entire roster, Raw, SmackDown, NXT. And this is a good showcase for them. Do I want to see them in one-on-one stuff? Yeah. But I'm glad I at least get to see them on Raw and sometimes SmackDown. So I will take what I can get, and more Ricochet and more Aleister Black, especially Black, because you wouldn't think that type of gimmick would work on the main roster. The fact that they are showing him and letting him be the same Aleister Black, I love it.
Oh, he's definitely the same as the Black.
My only problem with it is that, and we'll talk about this when we get more into the WrestleMania side of things. I felt like Aleister Black and Ricochet being on all three shows kind of took away from them developing storylines. It's like I felt like it was. I enjoyed it. I really like watching them wrestle, but I felt like it was like filler. Like, hey, let's throw them out there so we can figure out what the hell we're gonna do with Becky Lynch this week, or we got to figure out how we're gonna screw Kofi over now. So I just felt like it was kind of a distraction. But I'm happy for them. I'm glad they're out there on all three brands. I got to see them like basically twice in the weekend at the NXT show here, and I saw them in Cleveland. Where's the bell? Ring it. And
Where is the damn bell? Thank you.
Thank you. I saw him in Cleveland for Fastlane. So, I don't know. I needed to be on one show.
It's a nice shiny new toy.
All right, so to me, this is the match I've been wanting to see for the longest this entire weekend. This is the most anticipated match the whole weekend for me. We got Pete Dunne defending
This is
the
gonna be
UK
fucking
Championship
awesome.
versus Walter.
That is gonna be a slugfest.
So we'll start with Mr. Thunder.
That's me.
Who you got, Pete Dunne or Walter?
Yeah, Walter's getting it. I mean, Pete Dunne's had the title for 600 days now.
Ever.
He's defended it all over. He did everything he could do with it, and with them making Walter the next big UK thing, it only makes sense for him to win the title.
Alrighty, Mr. Campbell.
Oh, that's me. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a great match. I've seen Walter in some other stuff before he really came over to WWE, and I was really impressed by him. A guy that you don't usually see that whole package that early, that size, that speed, and that charisma he kind of has in the ring. Anything Pete Dunne does, I like it because he's a wrestler, and I think this is going to be
a wrestler.
Exactly, but he's a wrestler on NXT. But I think this might be, like you said, it's not my most anticipated match of this takeover, but if anyone is going to steal the pay-per-view, I think it could be this. I think this one can creep up and be like, damn, you know what? That was a good match, but that NXT UK title match, man, that was a match for me.
Wait, who did you say?
I got Pete. I don't see him losing it yet.
Pete Dunne. All right, so I'm next. Got to go with Walter, man. It's like you've been building this match since, January when they had the first UK takeover? Pete Dunne had a great run, but the best way to put that rocket on the back of Walter is to go ahead and give him the belt right here on the biggest stage, man. So I'm going with Walter.
We should put stakes on this whole thing since we're taking a
No, because I haven't been paid since.
I never got my fucking food for when I won the
Hey,
whole
watch your
damn
language,
thing.
sir.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is it's a family friendly
Watch
show.
your language.
We passed family friendly a long time ago.
No,
this
you
is a
passed
family
family friendly along.
Thanks, Tony.
We're PG-13. You're NC-17. Damn it.
Hey, we should be
as you're
family friendly
swearing.
because Justin Timberlake listens to this show.
What?
What?
Hold on, hey, 1 second. Hold on, 1 second. Hold on, 1 second, guys. Hold on.
Anyway,
Are you turning off your Pornhub?
Definitely not family friendly.
All right, I'm back. Unfortunately, Amanda Bobby Cooper thought that this was going to be on the show, and we just don't have the space with everything going on this WrestleMania weekend. So we just want to apologize to Amanda Bobby Cooper
and Matt
we
Damon.
just couldn't fit her in this week. We will try again next week to fit her in, but
They laughed. They didn't laugh when I made that fucking joke, but it's okay. Yo.
Kev, who you got? Walter or Pete Dunne, man?
I'm gonna go Walter.
Walter.
I'm gonna go Walter because
He's gonna chop his titty
he's
off.
gonna chop the fuck out of.
Ooh-wee.
He's gonna chop the hell out of Pete Dunne's chest. Hamburger meat.
Oh, that's gonna be hard though. Ooh.
Mr. Campbell.
Oh, Pete.
wait.
Yeah, I said Pete Dunne.
Oh, yeah. Wait, who did I forget?
Me.
Oh,
You.
yeah.
Oh.
I saw
That's cold blooded. The only white guy in the room, and I'm the one that gets forget.
I saw Kyle, man.
Randy's of your similar.
That's right.
Randy's
I
of your
take that back.
similar.
I take that back. Not the only one, but the only white guy in the show. Now we'll replace.
He's of your similar pigment.
Anyway,
Everybody, all of our listeners know who producer Randy is.
The voice of God.
They do.
Hashtag Drunk Randy.
Anyway, I'm going Walter. I think it's time. I think Pete Dunne has had the title a long time. I think it's gonna be time for it. But I think it's gonna be a fucking badass match. Ring the bell. I'll be in that bitch.
Watch your language, man.
Just such a nasty.
Damn it to hell.
Who farted?
Oh, man. I don't know why I got this one next. I'll wait. We got the Velveteen Dream defending his North American Championship versus Matthew Bartholomew Riddle. Mr. Collins.
Why is it always Bartholomew?
Because that's the best.
Like,
one.
it's
That's
always
a great
Bartholomew.
middle name. Man. That's a
No
great
matter
middle
who it is, it's Bartholomew.
Okay, well
Matthew JoJo Allen.
Matthew Alabaster Riddle. How about that?
Matthew Aloquicious Riddle.
Mr. Collins, stop dying and give your prediction, please.
Can I have your tickets every
I
time?
think it's gonna be a badass match, but I think Dream's gonna hold on to it.
What? Why? I did not see that one coming. Wow. All right, Kev, who you got, man?
Oh, I know.
Man, I'm gonna have to say Matt.
Really?
Like, I'm gonna have to say Matt
I
because
really thought you were gonna go Dream.
Because think about
That's
it,
your boy.
Dream is my boy, but since he got the title, what has he really done?
This is his first, yeah.
He's been laying lavishly on couches.
Right.
All seductive laugh, like the ladies' man.
Mr.
You.
Me? All right, I'm going with the Dream, man. I can definitely see it going to Riddle, but I think they got to definitely boost up the Dream. He's lost a lot of matches on takeovers, and I think it's time for him to actually defend his title and successfully.
So that totally is why I picked Dream, because my heart wants to pick Riddle, even though I like the Dream, but just logically, I just don't see them giving him the belt that quick.
He's just a little awkward with that belt, though.
That's what makes it good.
He always looks awkward, doing everything because it's really
He doesn't need a
thrusty.
belt.
Mr. Thunder, who you got in this one, man?
That's me. DREAM.
He is.
It's Velveteen Dream.
I went to a Detroit public school. Yeah, that's how you spell dream.
You chose Patrick?
Whoa, breaking kayfabe. Oh my god.
Wait, Dream has no.
No, this
recollection
is
of
Patrick.
Dream has no recollection of those. Mr. Campbell.
The Velveteen Dream.
Dream. All righty.
Like for this, what's been said earlier, like he needs a win, and I kind of think Riddle is at the point where Riddle could take this loss in a great match and it make the Dream better.
Uh-oh.
What it is?
See, phone's passing. All right. So
Get an iPhone.
Our next match is one I'm definitely looking forward to. We have the Fatal 4-Way for the NXT Women's Championship. We've got Io Shirai, Bianca Belair, Kairi Sane, and the champion Shayna Baszler. Let's start with Mr. Thunder. Who you got in this one, man?
Man, you know, something is telling me to go with Blair, so I'm going to go with the Est.
The Est.
Undefeated.
Is that your choice?
No.
All right. Well, who you got, Kev?
Leo Sarai.
Watch this motherfucker win. I mean, this
Yo.
guy went off of that.
Man, say whatever the fuck you want, man. Fuck that shit. Fuck them kids. Oh, wait, my niece does listen to the show. Hi, Karen. How you doing?
I told y'all Justin Timberlake listened to this show. I would like for you guys to not use profane language.
He should have never. He should have never took Jackson's. Thing.
Hey, you shut your mouth.
Shut up.
You shut your mouth.
Oh, she's banned, but he gets to come back 12 years later in Jordans and shit. Okay.
Mr. Campbell, who you got, man?
I like Belair, but it's not her time. I think Baszler keeps it.
Ooh.
I don't think they're not gonna put her up yet because I don't think they're gonna put her up on the main roster yet. So I think she just stays down there and stays even more dominant.
Mr. Campbell. Mr. Collison.
I think Shayna, but I think Bianca is going to take the belt from Shayna at the next one in SummerSlam.
I think it's coming, but I don't think they're gonna
Wait, this
just.
one before SummerSlam.
Well,
I don't think they're gonna
whenever
switch a
the
lot.
next
the
next takeover is, I think Bianca will take it.
one in
then.
July.
Because I just feel like if they're gonna have Bianca win the belt, I feel like it's gonna be like a one-on-one thing
Yeah.
where she straight up takes it from her.
Money in the Bank would be the next one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no,
it's-
it's weird. They actually got it the week before Money in the Bank.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They got their own
Okay.
They're off
takeover
cycle.
in San Jose.
Wow.
They got tired of them showing them up.
I mean,
Where's the lie?
I don't see one.
Man, I'm going with my girl, man. I'm going with Bianca Belair. Man.
No, I want Bianca to
My
win,
guy.
but it ain't her time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's coming, but I
It's-
just not. And like Kyle said, I don't think in a multi-person match. I don't think. I think it legitimizes her more if it's her and Baszler 1-on-1. I think that legitimizes her more because if you can beat Baszler clean for that, yeah, that you're a made woman.
I
But see,
agree.
it would also make sense if she wins the match without beating Shayna, which gives Shayna more motivation to go back at her. And then when she beats Shayna clean, she established herself as
Totally.
I didn't just win this on a fluke.
totally fair point. I don't have any argument
But
with that.
I just think Belair's time is coming soon, so why not go ahead and roll with it now? So, all right, and our main event, maybe,
Ish.
probably main
Question
event.
mark.
We got Johnny Gargano versus
Aleister Black.
No, baby.
I saw his arms go up, man. It threw me off. We got
Like,
Johnny.
is somebody named Kevin in the match?
We got Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole.
Baby.
I'll go first. It's got to be Adam Cole, man.
Bebe.
It's got to be. It's got to be Adam Cole.
Bebe.
I feel like they getting ready to start the whole Undisputed Era, taking all the championships. So why not start it right now, man?
Undisputed Era taking over all the belts would make me so happy.
Especially if they got the original Red Dragon.
Yes.
Yes.
Soon. Mr. Collison.
Just because of the way that they did Johnny when he got the North American title, I'm going with Adam Cole.
Baby.
That's my favorite shit to do ever since he came over to WWE.
Mr. Thunder.
You know, I would love to see Adam Cole do it,
Baby.
but because they've been building Johnny up so much as the guy who's done everything in NXT except win the big one, this just might be his moment to do that. Especially with Tommaso being hurt, their call-up might be postponed. So I see Johnny being like the guy, first guy that's done the Dusty Classic, the side title, the tag titles, everything. It's his moment to establish that he is like the legend of NXT.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
No, Adam Cole's the ones that would have it all. Wasn't he?
No.
Adam Cole was never tag champion.
Yes, he
Never
was.
tagged.
Yeah, he was.
It was the
Freebird
When
rules,
Bobby
Freebird
Fish hurt
rule,
himself.
Yeah, Freebird rule, yeah. He never defended it
It was
himself,
Ro-
but it was Freebird.
Yeah, but it
rules.
was that.
Yeah, technicality. Yeah, I get you.
I'm saying same thing with Luke Harper.
But it ain't the same as Johnny. Johnny's legitimately had them all. If he wins the world title, he had them all. Like, you could say that with Cole, but Cole can't say she was legit, like, we won the tag titles. They already had the tag titles.
I smell the rock.
You got to count the Dusty Classics too. Gargano's won that.
Exactly. I
Wait,
mean,
they won the Dusty Classic?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, they
Gargano's
did.
done everything. He's
They
won
won-
every accomplishment
they
in
won
NXT
the finals.
except the big one.
But they
And
didn't win the-
WrestleMania will be the perfect time for him to captivate
what-
his career there.
What Dusty Classic did they win?
Let me see. The first one was Finn.
Finn
Finn
and
and Joe. The second one was AOP. The third one was Undisputed Era, and this is the fourth one.
Yeah.
You know what? Because you're the wrestling encyclopedia, I'm not even gonna look on Google.
Yeah, yeah, DIY never won the Dusty Classic.
They made it to the finals, but they lost.
They lost to AOP, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Regardless,
listen,
titles-wise,
I
though.
thought they said
no,
that during the build-up of it.
No,
Like,
no, they were
building
talking-
Gargano
No,
up.
TM61.
No, they were talking about Adam Cole.
TM61 lost to AOP.
Okay. But yeah, I don't remember DIY winning the Dusty Classic.
He is right, Kevin. The wrestling oracle was right, Kevin. Kevin is right. It was Ricochet and Black, which they need a name if they're gonna keep you on the tag team. Undisputed Era.
And Rick Black.
Author AOP. Remember them? And Finn and Joe.
Wow.
AOPP.
So, AKA
remember
Adam
that.
Cole about to be
Baby.
the first Triple Crown winner in NXT history. Bam.
He's Triple H's guy.
All right, Mr. Russ, who you got?
Adam Cole.
Baby.
Oh, that's what you were doing. I thought you were doing a Daniel Bryan thing. Because you threw
Yeah,
it up so
moment-
fast.
Yes,
I'm like,
moment
it resembled more the Daniel Bryan than Adam Cole. That's what we both look like. Wait, is Daniel Bryan in this match?
Mr. Campbell, your pick.
Fuck. As much as I like, it's well documented how big a fan of Adam Cole I am.
Baby.
But I gotta give it to Johnny Wrestling. I think because of the injury to Tommaso, I think that they're not like their call up is I think is gonna be changed. They're not gonna put Johnny up there by himself. I think they're gonna start building NXT probably around Johnny, and it's a smart decision. So I think you keep the. I think Johnny gets it, and then it kind of plays with Tommaso having to relinquish the belt, and then Johnny having to be the one that wins the belt. I think that still kind of keeps their storyline going a little bit. So I gotta go with Johnny Wrestling.
You gotta keep the Johnny Failure thing going.
Yeah, I think he'll probably cheat.
Who, Gargano?
Yeah,
Cheat over a heel.
Johnny heel works just as much as Johnny Baby.
It's not cheating when you're a heel. Ask Hulk Hogan.
So yeah,
It's
I
not
think
cheating
so.
when you go against a heel. That motherfucker used to eye poke, back scratch,
Man.
low blow, all that shit, and the kids was like, "Yeah, kick his neck."
And he hit people with
for
the belt.
me.
And he hit people with
Except
that belt.
Devin. Yeah, Devin used to hate Hulk Hogan
With a
because
passion.
he used to always want Darth Vader to kill
I didn't watch
everybody.
WCW.
Got to cheer for the bad guy, man.
So before we go into the next match, just because he keeps
He
saying
happy
that
that
we
Thanos
forgetting
won.
about him, just because he keeps
I
saying
heard-
we're forgetting
I heard
about him.
my
Shout
auntie
out to
so fat he
Seth.
had to snap twice.
What else, Heath? My movie trivia Texan brother.
Yes, brother.
What's happening?
Well, yeah, we should bring y'all in this. Me, him, and Kevin. We text each other almost every other day
For no reason.
We do movie trivia quotes and shit. Only Seth and Kevin be going too exact. They'll be coming up with an exact, like, just a line somebody said. I will give a quote that somebody said in the fucking movie, but like these motherfuckers will be. I'm like, that's literally something anybody could have said in like any movie ever.
I don't know
That's
enough movie
literally
quotes for this. So.
But I'm like, you might be in because he'll be like, and I said no. I'm like, motherfucker, that's like
fuck?
every movie, Kev. Like, Kev, that's every movie. Like, give me something specific.
Hey, but real quick, hey, Seth, man, if you out there, man, make sure you come out this Sunday.
B-Dub.
B-Dubs.
I'm be in the house.
Yes. You what?
I'm be in the house.
Holy shit, circle it in red.
I won't be alone.
Exactly.
Yeah, knockouts and 3 counts.
And I'm going to add you right now, Devin.
But knockouts and 3 counts is partnering up with the fellas from Breaking Down the Ring. We're having a WrestleMania party this Sunday at Buffalo Wild Wings downtown.
You know where I'm gonna be at?
Buffalo Wild Wings downtown?
I'm gonna be at my granny house.
Crazy Horse?
No, you should bring
My granny house.
Dude, you should bring Granny again, man.
I should bring my granny again.
Definitely.
It's going down.
Come on out to Buffalo Wild Wings, win you some prizes and some
And
wings
see my
and
granny.
some burr and all that good stuff.
Some bird.
Some burr. Drink you some burrs. Get you some wings.
Some Gucci Mane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
Gucci Mane look like he can't read.
Random.
hey, wait, time out. Why Gucci Mane look like Elmo with teeth?
For real. For real.
Oh,
For real.
Have you seen that picture?
Yeah. Thin Gucci looks weird, man. I miss Big Gucci. Literally, Big Gucci. Big Gucci was cool.
Icy Gucci.
He was a better rapper when he was big too. Like
clone.
Luther. Luther was a better singer when he was fat. Gucci was a better rapper when he was fat.
Because it came more from the soul.
Exactly.
All right.
Remember
So
when his lips used to be so crusty every time he smiled he bleed?
Yeah, I remember that shit.
I want to kill a little bit of time so we can get any more results from SmackDown. I got a little bit of an update, but
Oh shit. Yeah, that's right.
real quick, we're gonna talk
I couldn't
about
even watch it. My bad, go ahead.
we're gonna talk about Supercard, G1 Supercard this
Supercar.
weekend. Kyle, you're gonna be there, aren't you?
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell, bitch. Ring the bell.
So we just talked to Shane Taylor. Was it last week? Was that last week?
Yes, sir.
Man, time's flying by. And definitely looking forward to Shane Taylor.
What other week did we talk to him? Did we talk to him next week? Did we?
I don't know, man. Hey, almost.
Time's flying, man. We only talked to him just on the last episode.
I don't know. I was thinking it might have been Queen Amanada last week, or maybe I just got Queen Amanada on the
He's
mind.
got her on the brain.
From House of
and she's coming to Ooh La La Lucha just for you, Devin.
Ooh la la.
Hey, Tony, have you been on the show with Queen Amanada?
I unfortunately have not.
You definitely got to see her perform, man. I think she's next in line, dude.
I think you like to watch her perform.
He does.
I do,
There's
man.
no
She's
question
great.
about it.
So
He does. Trust me.
No lie.
I've been to a show with him when she was on the card.
She's a great performer. man.
Boing. That was your perfect time to put that in, Randy.
Fully developed character. Great in the ring.
You failed.
Good look.
Don't do it. It missed all with me. Don't
And
do
Devin's
it.
trying to
Don't
shoot
do it.
that shot for the fence.
I am.
hold on. So you picking her over Kier?
No, me and him. No. Real talk. Me and Devin got a blood feud over Faye Jackson. We got a blood feud over that.
And he like Natasha too.
We will knife fight in a Chick-fil-A parking lot for Faye Jackson. If you ever watch and want to come on the show, my Twitter is @TeamChaos. If you ever watch Faye.
Oh, we definitely got to set that up.
Oh man,
Definitely got to set the show. Wait, what were you just rubbing, sir?
Why me? Damn it!
Oh.
I'm old.
Let's get back
I'm
to
old.
Supercard.
I'm older than 30.
Hello, Kyle's girlfriend has the biggest smile on her face right now.
I'm older than 30. My knees ain't what they used to be now. I'm old. I'm old.
man,
I'm the second
he
oldest.
ain't
Wait, I'm the third oldest.
I can only imagine when he was rubbing because I
Wait, damn
couldn't
it.
see it.
I'm the fourth oldest person in the room right now. Wait, Randy, you what? 45?
No, you ain't.
Wow. He turned all the mics off.
He did.
All right, now let's get back to what we were talking about.
Man.
We talked to Shane Taylor last week. You got G1 Supercard on Saturday.
So
Shout out to Shane Taylor.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
And hopefully we're going to get a beer in New York.
The only guest other than Maneve that ever added everybody from the show. That should be something that all you other guests that have been on the show. You can add and share the shit too.
Yeah,
You
what's
know.
wrong with y'all? This is Justin Timberlake's
You know.
favorite pro wrestling and MMA podcast.
Just saying. Shane,
Well,
one of the
tell him
best,
to
one of the
follow
top
Whistle
3
and
best
Die.
guests we ever had. Because he shared the shit and friended us.
Wait, I don't know if everybody's gonna be watching this, so we ain't gonna go through everything, but
Because that'll take 13 hours right there.
Wait,
True.
they're not the only one.
huh?
Ace Tizzle followed everybody.
That is
did.
true.
That's true.
That
He
is
did.
true. Shout out to H Tizzle.
Shout out to Humor Tornado. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, don't leave my guy out of it.
That's my second
White
favorite.
guy.
My second favorite guest of all time on the show.
Who's first?
Do you need to answer that question?
Queen Amanada, man.
Oh.
I told you, Devin's got him a crush, bro. Like, you haven't seen it in person yet, Tony, but he's got him a crush.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just go back and listen to the
Oh, my
episode.
God.
Mine would be ABC if she ever came.
Wow.
Wow.
So, Super Card of Honor.
Yeah, you want her to come, all right.
Mr. Collison, you're going, man. Any match you're looking forward to?
Ring the bell.
I think the triple threat match with Marty and Jay Lethal and Matt Taven's going to be insane. Like, I think our Broadway that they did at ROH 17th anniversary was insane. I want to see Shane Taylor on the fucking card.
Watch your
And
language, man.
as far as the other matches that are there, you've got that. I'm interested to see what they do with the New Blood, Lifeblood. Excuse me, not New Blood, Lifeblood, and all that stuff. That show is just
He
going to
went
be
back to WCW in like 2001.
That's what I was
I
thinking
know,
too,
right?
man.
I thought about that right when I said it too. It's like, but I don't know, man. That show's gonna be insane, and it being in Madison Square Garden, like I feel like that show is definitely gonna show out.
Kev, you gonna be watching this one, man?
Of course I am.
It's New Japan.
Wait, whatever you do, don't
Jeff
tell
Cobb
people
versus
how you're gonna watch
The
it.
only person that watches New Japan more than Kev is Dave Meltzer.
You know, Jeff Cobb.
Actually, that's true. I haven't been watching them a lot lately.
My God.
Really?
My
Yeah.
God,
Like,
man.
I'm
Man.
keeping up with them. I keep up with it, but I just haven't been watching lately.
Wait, so you know who's on this card? Anything you looking forward to on this one, man?
I'm looking forward to the triple threat match. Really, yeah. I think Matt Taven should win.
No,
Do I?
it's an inside.
Well, who
joke
do you got?
between
Here's one for you though. Do any of you, Kev? I guess you'd be the best person to ask on this, and Tony, I'd like to hear your thoughts too.
Well, fuck
Do you
you,
guys-
I have opinions.
Wait. Is this the episode you're going long tonight?
That's what she said.
God damn it.
Gotta get on grinded later tonight, Randy.
Whoa.
What the hell is going on with y'all two, man?
Hey, we have a love-hate relationship. I hate to love him. He hates to love me.
But I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are on. Do you guys got any ideas on who you think Bully Ray's opponent's going to be?
Devon.
It's already announced.
Levi.
It's right here on Wikipedia. It's
thought-
gotta be right.
Is it Juice Robinson?
Yeah. Say Juice Robinson.
Juice Robinson.
Okay. What do you guys think about that match? I think that's going to be insane
It's gonna be
because
good.
the last three matches that Bully's had like that, the one with Flip Gordon was nuts.
But he lost every single one of them. So
I don't care whether he wins or loses, but I'm just saying it was a good
How
match.
it played the game.
I've always been a fan of Bully Ray. Man, I think if they had to let him be Bully in the WWE, that's money. That would have been money back in the
It'll
day.
never happen.
That would have been so good. I was so hoping when they did that, when they brought Team 3D. I'm like, yes, Team 3D, please make him Bully Ray. And they didn't.
Tony, what do you think about it?
I'm excited, looking forward to it, seeing it, whatever that sentence meant. But I'm hoping Juice pull this one off, man. It's like his time to like spread his wings, man.
you're a fan of CJ Parker?
No, who's that?
Man,
What
the hell?
Who's Derek Bateman?
who the hell is giving birth to
Derek Bateman.
dinosaurs?
That's supposed to be 4 seconds long. Why is it so short?
That's what she said.
Well, that's supposed to be an eagle screaming since he said spread wings, but it's not working. So
Drop down and get your ego on, bitch. Drop down and get your ego on.
Well, the match I'm looking forward
Randy
to.
didn't like that Becky and Ronda meme.
Oh yeah. Rock paper scissors.
Scissors, he said.
Scissor me timbers.
Scissors.
Well, anyway,
Scissor me timbers.
can I just say it's good to have all you guys on the show.
Good times, man. Good times. Good times.
But yeah, the match I'm looking forward to the
Happy
most.
be here.
The match I'm looking forward to the most is Mr. Naito versus Kota Ibushi. Man,
God-
that match is going to be absolutely
God damn it, man.
crazy,
Start looking at some of your notifications. God damn it. You got a whole screen full of notifications up top. God
It's
damn.
ESPN, man. I'm ignoring that right now, man. But no, man, Kota Ibushi versus Naito, I think is probably going to be the best match. That might be the best match of the weekend. Like those two going at it, man, for the Intercontinental Championship.
Wait. Say that matchup again. It's who?
Naito versus Kota Ibushi.
Because this will be what? This will be only what, the third Intercontinental Champion?
Huh?
This will be first. No, I mean recently. I mean because
For Naito?
yeah,
Fourth.
fourth. Okay.
Wait, he's already the champion.
No, I mean
He'd be a 4-time champion.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He'd be a 4-time champion. So that's pretty good air. That's up there. That's pretty good, especially what that belt does to people. So yeah, it's gonna be a good match.
I'm just mad that he's not destroying the belt like he used to.
No respect, man.
He used to
No
just drag that
respect.
boy clear across the
Oh,
ground.
it was tore up.
That's speaking of that. That's another match I'm looking forward to. Roosh versus Bandito.
Man,
I just like saying.
wait,
Bandito.
no.
Yeah, it's Roosh.
No,
versus
it's Roos versus Dalton Castle.
Because we
Even
could take
'cause-
all day doing this card too. Because they got 29 matches.
You're right. I forgot. I know.
No, Bandito's going against Ishimori and Dragon Lee.
Yep.
In a triple-
Excuse me, folks. I was thinking of Ring of Honor from last week. My bad. I had like a total brain fart, but
No, but
Sacrilege.
Bandito, Dragon Lee, and Ishimori for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. That's going to be a man. I don't know which one I'm
Hey,
looking
shout
forward
out
to.
to Steve.
hell yeah.
You
See,
dig?
see you Sunday, Steve. Buffalo Wild Wings. Bam.
Street tacos.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie. Back when we used to go to Bailey's, I used to mess some street tacos up.
Man, but they're not like Buffalo Wild Wings street tacos, man. I don't know why.
We learned that last WrestleMania.
Yeah. I had like 12 of them.
He did.
I can beat your record.
Ooh, challenge accepted.
Challenge.
Yeah, I weigh half. I probably weigh as much as you, so I can put some shit away.
Let me ask you this though. So, have any of you guys saw any of the build up to that match with
No.
Dalton Castle and
Oh yeah,
My
seen
life,
that.
I have too much
Oh, you talking
time.
about
I don't have
Castle
enough
and,
time.
the reason? So Dalton Castle versus Roosh.
Roosh,
And the
yeah.
reason I say that, do you think
Rogue?
do you think this could be a heel turn for him though? Because it kind of seems like, I don't know. I just get that vibe like I could see him getting rid of the boys again.
Well, I seen the episode where he challenged Roosh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and-
what makes me think that I
he-
could see him
I
turn
definitely see a
heel.
heel turn,
Or at least going a little bit darker, I guess, because we all know Roosh don't give
He's,
a
yeah,
That was
he's
too
very
easy.
colorful.
That's too easy, man. Come on.
He changes from the peacock to the black swan.
Hey, Kev, that's shit's too easy. Don't throw me no easy shit like that. That's too easy.
That's for you and Devin.
Yeah,
Devin's the new guy.
that shit was
He's a
too
new guy
easy.
though.
That's
I'm
too
trying
easy.
to remember the name of the damn movie.
Nothing but trouble.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Not true.
It is.
No,
No shit.
right.
Nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. Damn it, I lost. Nothing to lose. I'm buzzed.
All right, let's focus, fellas. Let's focus.
Too late for that. I'm buzzed like a motherfucker. Half that cup was Tito's.
You will be driving home.
Oh yeah. I text me that shit like you driving.
But another match I'm definitely looking forward to on this one is Will Ospreay versus Jeff Cobb. It's
You had me at Will Ospreay.
definitely.
That's all you needed.
You assassin.
Wait, real quick. Can I make a confession?
This is a trust tree.
What?
This is the trust tree. You know, we're all
The trust?
we all friends. We know each other years. You know, Rep M. Mumford.
So, for the longest, I've been a big Ricochet fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, there's the big match, Will Ospreay.
Well, are you
versus
coming
Ricochet.
out?
No.
Oh, goodness gracious.
No.
You did go to Mumford.
Wow. Wow.
Damn.
Yo, that was good shit. That was good shit.
Hey, we was all there, bro.
The thoughts and views of Kevin Russell now that say those on Knockout 3 Counts and
Oh
That's
shit.
Detroit.
Yo, that's a sound clip. That's a
Every-
sound bite for the episode,
Every
though.
Mumford alumni
Oh,
just turned
shit.
off the
I
stage.
know. That's
no,
like
no, they didn't.
Damn it,
That's like
Ray.
They
Damn it,
laughed
Bianca. Turn back on.
They laughed.
that's like 70% of my friends.
For real.
85% of mine.
92.
I forgot
Shout
what I
out to the ref for Huskies, though.
Anyway,
Why?
Redford.
Why?
is that
Redford.
wait? Is that school even around
Redford.
anymore?
No, it's Walmart.
Is that
Myers.
It's not even a Walmart.
It's Myers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's
Damn.
Myers.
First of all, I graduated from that Myers on aisle 7.
the last class?
I used to skip in produce.
Don't feel bad. I was born at Home Depot. Man, I completely forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah. so-
Ricochet. He makes
yeah.
you feel weird inside.
that's not true. But Ricochet and Ospreay had that big match at New Japan a couple years ago and put them both on the map.
Flips.
Everybody, you know, we can't wait till these guys are in the WWE, man. Ricochet is in the WWE now.
Doing flips.
But you know what? I don't like Ricochet no more, man. He flicked a bobby pin at my boy Ed at a live show at the Royal Oak Music Theater. So ever since then,
Well, he a babyface. That's rude.
I know. So F Ricochet, man. Yeah, man.
You should have called him bald.
Where the fuck was I at? I was sitting next to
You were
Ed.
sitting right next to me.
You should have
paying no attention.
You should have called him bald. That probably would have hurt him in the soul.
Though?
Huh?
What did Edward say though?
Look, we ain't gonna get into that, man.
He should have said his girl couldn't win Ninja Warrior. That would have hurt him in the soul.
Hey, look, honestly, I
I
don't.
love her. I love her.
I don't remember what he said, but he picked up a bobby pin and told Ed to shut up and flicked it at him. So
Damn. So wait, he a heel on the road at dark matches.
F Ricochet, man. That's all I gotta say, man.
I mean,
Trevor Man.
I mean,
Whoa.
I ain't gonna lie. From the head up, he does kind of look like you, Kev.
You know what? I've never seen Ricochet and Kev in the same room together. I will say that.
I thought, you know what? I've heard that same thing about that damn
So
Meta
that's
Spider-Man.
why you
that-
haven't been on the show. You're busy on Tuesdays.
And
We got
Mondays.
Ricochet in the building,
Hey,
and we got the boy Jerry Maguire over there behind
I'm
the counter.
gonna just
Hey, I've admitted to said
I ain't gonna-
comment
hey,
and even had a whole plane stop to shake my hand.
for everybody watching this, Kyle Collison and I have been friends for years. When he calls me, I have Ralphie from A Christmas Stories for old Papa. I'm not fucking with you. That's his photo.
How
I'm
about
telling anybody
WrestleMania,
like
though?
Yes, yeah.
It doesn't
Every light
make-
skin famous nigga I've heard of.
It doesn't make me hangry, though.
Hey,
Angry? Make you hungry too? Or horny?
hey,
That's
Tony,
angry.
we only got you for a few more minutes, right?
Oh, I'm good.
Oh, no work today? That's what's up, man.
I'm good, man.
All right. Well, shit. Let's go ahead and jump into this WrestleMania card, man.
Who man? That's gonna take.
shit.
It's gonna take us an hour to get through the 19-hour card.
So let's.
What the hell was that?
WrestleMania
That was
14
Vince
theme.
McMahon.
Oh,
shit. That was my favorite WrestleMania theme of all time.
WrestleMania, fighting to survive.
That's the theme though.
Dude,
You know that's
You see
Linda
Laura Taylor jumping off the
McMahon's
middle
theme
rope.
music.
Yeah, it is.
That's if Linda McMahon ever came out, she would come out to that theme music.
All right.
Hey, don't forget that Lawrence Taylor's undefeated at WrestleMania.
This is true. So is Floyd Mayweather.
Okay.
So is Michael
Yeah.
Cole.
So it's
Ooh,
Snooki.
don't.
You bastard.
We
You
don't
bastard.
we don't talk about that shit. We don't talk about that. And 14 minutes too.
It happened.
It's a long ass match.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into this card. So
That's what she said.
I guess this was so we're recording this right now during SmackDown. It should be going off in about a minute. But apparently this match was announced. We have the Usos defending their tag team championships against the Bar.
Oh,
How
that's
the fuck did the Hardys get shafted? I thought they were the ones supposed to get the
Wait,
title.
hold
They're
on.
in the Battle Royal.
Wait, there's more. The Bar versus Shinsuke and Rusev
that's so.
versus
Edge
Ricochet and Aleister Black.
They gonna win.
Fatal
What?
4-way.
You know what? I'm not gonna win, but I'm gonna just put my shit out there now. I hope Rusev and not get it. They're not going to, but you know, Rusev.
Wait, is that your answer?
Yeah, that's my answer. This is the only one I'm going. This is the only one on the card I'm going with my heart because I fucks with Rusev. That's my dog. You know, he let me tag team his wife one time, so
Wow.
I'm going with Rusev.
Wow.
He don't listen. If Alexander Rusev sees this, you can find me in a Chick-fil-A parking lot and DMC.
On a Sunday.
Exactly.
Mr. Thunder.
That's me.
Who you got? Usos, Ricochet, Aleister Black, The Bar, or Shinsuke and Rusev?
I was on the fence between the actual two tag teams, but I've been down since
Right.
day one, man. So I'm going with the Usos.
Ooh, wait. Don't they have a streak of not winning at the pay-per-views?
No.
Is it not
won
getting,
it
or is
the
it not, or is it not getting on the main
right.
pay-per-view?
Well, they haven't been on the main
They
card in
won
like
that
4
for-
years.
I knew it was. Yeah, I knew it was something. I knew there was some streak they had that was fucked up.
All right,
Give me the four again. Who is it all again? It's
The only tag teams they have on SmackDown.
well, clearly
The Uso-
Ricochet and them are on both brands. So
Usos, Ricochet, and Aleister Black, The Bar, Shinsuke, and Rusev.
I want to say
I don't
Uso.
think-
I want to say Usos because I just don't see Ricochet and Alistair getting it. I'm going Usos.
Wait, are they in line for both tag team? All
Yes,
three
all
tag
three
team
of them.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I'm like, they
If they win all three of them, that'd be what's
they
up.
literally in all 3 matches.
Kev,
That'd be fucked up.
Day one-ish.
day one-ish.
Day ones.
Usos.
I might get that hat.
You know what, man? Just for the hell of it, I'm gonna say Ricochet and Black.
God, I hope you don't win because that would be really.
Nobody
wild.
went. I was on the fence with the Usos in the bar, and like nobody went for the bar.
No.
Mm.
As much as I like Cesaro, they're not doing
Don't be
anything.
surprised.
Speaking of longtime viewer Justin Timberlake, nah.
I wouldn't be.
This is Justin Timberlake's favorite for us in the MMA podcast.
Shout out to Justin Timberlake.
What's up, JT? Tennessee in the house.
That's my guy.
Did she fall?
The man of the race.
No, she's good. But no, they got to put something on Ricochet, Aleister Black, man. So I say they put this one on him.
They gonna put the NXT tag team titles on them.
That would just look weird for them to get the SmackDown ones all of them.
And I put it like this: the Usos definitely not winning it. After that whole DUI thing here in Detroit, man, they got to get that.
Hey, I
forgot about that.
And I feel bad for it
But
too.
they-
'Cause
but-
I
but
be
they- hold on.
downtown and going down the
But
wrong
they
damn
actually-
streets too. So
they actually won the
the
title after that happened, though.
Yeah, but that was
because they had to build up the whole Shane and the
Miz
Miz
thing.
thing.
There was nobody else other than the Bar as the tag team.
All right, so next match.
Oh, and at the last thing, when you get to one of the main events, I have a theory I'd like to throw out to everybody. A chaos theory I'd like to throw out.
Okay,
Is it a fact?
which one? All right, well, we're gonna save that. We're gonna save that one for second to last.
Yeah.
But so next match, and I'm gonna be honest with you, as much as like this is like the women's evolution, I really don't care about this
Tag
match.
team.
No, the women's battle royal, I don't care at all.
Who's in that?
So
Everybody.
So screw it. I'm just gonna say Asuka because they owe her.
They owe
something.
her one, man. But what a consolation prize! I mean, the dominant SmackDown champion to winning the what was it? What? Not Fabulous Moolah.
It was.
Mae Young.
May no, it's
It
supposed
was
to be
the
Moolah.
Fabulous
It should-
Moolah.
It's supposed to be
Moolah.
Moolah.
It
I
should,
forgot.
it should be the Alundra Blaze.
She's still alive though.
I know.
Should be the China.
No.
Here's a
No,
memorial
never
for you. you
No,
little
everybody
liar.
been to China.
Never.
Oh wait, I'll come back to that after this. But,
I did watch Sonny's
Your
porn the
first
other night.
mortal
though.
memorial.
Mr. Thunder, who, huh?
Sherry Sensational Series?
That's a good one.
That would be
Sensational Sherry.
no Miss Elizabeth.
Miss
The
Elizabeth.
Miss Elizabeth
You
battle.
wouldn't
royal.
win it.
Will you marry me? Elizabeth. Elizabeth bitch.
Wow. Mr. Thunder, man, who you got in this
That's me.
women's Royal Rumble? Whatever the fuck.
Over
I
the
don't
top
give a fuck.
rope. Over
I
the
do
top
not
rope
give a
battle
fuck.
royal.
I
Yeah.
do not give a fuck. I'm
The
gonna be
bathroom
honest
break.
with you.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not doing that to him.
See, like as far as like the women matches, I got 2 wild card wins for 2 matches, and then the other one y'all hear in a second.
Please don't
But
say
I
what I'm
think-
going to say.
Sarah Logan's gonna win this one.
Ill.
Sarah Logan.
Ill.
Really?
No, not Sarah Logan. I'm sorry.
Liv?
I
Please
always
don't do
confused
it.
the two.
Please don't do it.
Tamina?
No.
Oh, she in tag team.
How the hell I
title
confused
match.
Tamina with Sarah Logan?
They both big and don't do shit.
Oh, you talking about Sonya?
No.
Nah.
No.
Who else is like?
The
Who
one from
else?
Sanity. Nikki Cross.
Oh,
Oh.
I forgot about her.
That's
Everybody did. Everybody did, man. I like Nikki.
That's actually a good choice. I like that one. Mr. Collison, who you got?
I'm going with Sonya Deville.
Of course.
Collison's going with the MMA person.
Of course.
Water.
I
is-
didn't go with Matt Riddle, bitch.
Water is wet.
Why you gotta be a bitch, man?
And
What's
you
with your
went with
language, man?
Shayna, so now what?
What's with your language, man? Come on.
I went with the incumbent champion. Damn it, that's different.
Kyle, we really got to talk about your language, man. We'll talk about that off air. Kev, man, who do you have in this women's battle royal, man?
Watch your mouth. This
Dana
is King
Brooke.
Cash's favorite
Oh,
Pro
I would
Wrestling
love
MMA
that.
podcast.
I would love if she won
Wait,
that shit.
did you say Dana Brooks?
Yeah, I would love that shit.
I really would like that, too, but
I would
ain't
pop for
gonna
that one. That'd be good. She deserves a
That's
win.
a
I
Red
thought
Red
about
Red.
saying Dana, but I don't.
I ain't gonna lie. I would like that shit. I get
Either
up
her or
and clap.
Foxy.
I get up. She tweeted me back. I
Wait,
like Dana.
Is Foxy still on the roster?
Foxy got.
Shit, she in
Foxy got
rehab.
in trouble.
Is she in rehab?
Are you in the car?
Clearly.
That's loud.
Mr. Campbell?
Put your seatbelt on.
Shit. Of every woman.
Wow, dude.
Every
like,
woman on the roster.
But
that's
did,
not.
did you say I'm everyone?
No, I said
That's
of every.
not what he said.
It's all in me?
Of every woman that's on the fuck. I go with Asuka because she just needs it. she needs that one. I mean, they're not gonna do shit.
Justice for
All right,
Asuka.
all right. Remember who won last year's?
Naomi.
Damn it! I knew you were gonna say something. I wanted them to think of it because they wouldn't have thought.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Also,
Exactly.
I was there,
also,
remember?
said Naomi would
Ring the
win
bell.
last year.
Ring the bell.
Kyle was there. He
Who
knows.
said Naomi was gonna win last year?
I did.
You.
I did.
Who was the only one to say
You.
I said it
it?
also.
Tony Thunder. That's right. Thank you.
It's on. It's on. It's actually recorded. I said it.
Pepper, you're a liar and you don't love Jesus.
Hey, I missed that.
All right. I was going to say something, but I'll leave it alone. So, next match, we got the Boston Hug Connection defending their women's tag team championships
That's the
against.
I hate that name.
I hate that
Wait,
name.
This is my second shocker pick.
hate that
This
name.
is my second shocker pick. Let me get this one first.
Well, let me get it.
Let
Let
him
me
go-
get it.
Wait, hold
let
on.
him go third.
Hold on, let me announce them. Everybody on here. Okay, we got.
I know who you're
We got the Boston Hug Connection versus the Divas of Doom.
Wait,
Beth,
that's what they calling themselves?
They always been there.
They've
They
always,
always been
there.
there.
Sweet
Beth Phoenix
Christ.
versus and Natalia. We have the Iconics, Billy Kay and Peyton Royce. Iconic. And Nia Jax and Tamina. They don't have a name, so I was gonna call them the Samoan SWAT team just because.
Rock's cousins.
Mr. Thunder,
That's me.
who you got? I want to hear this
Hey,
shocker.
this is my shocker pick right here, and I know y'all go. Well, if y'all know how I felt about me, y'all really be surprised why I'm picking them. I'm going with the Iconics, man.
God damn it! I hate it when me and him agree.
Why
The
the
Iconics gonna do it, man.
Why the Iconics, man?
It's their time, man. And out of all the women in the match, they're the only ones that are really been solidified as a tag team from the beginning. We know that Sasha and Bailey have been friends. We know that
Maybe the scissor.
Beth and Natalia's been friends.
They were a
We
tag
know,
team before, though.
But
That's,
but-
that's
but-
before
but
they
we
had
know-
a division, though. That shit don't really
But look,
count.
but as soon as they lose the titles,
That little shit don't count.
Sasha
They
can
didn't
turn
even
on
have tag
Bailey, so
titles
that's
back
what we waiting on.
Man,
The
you know what?
Iconics
That
have
shit
been
sailed
the
last
Iconics
year.
as a tag team since NXT. So
That shit sailed last year. Shots to turn on Bailey. If she did now, that shit would be just lame. It'd be like, yeah, okay, you're
Which is
late.
exactly why they would do it, because it would make no sense whatsoever. Oh man, Mr. Russ, who you got in this one, man?
Peyton Royce. Fuck Billy Kay.
Okay.
So you're picking just one person?
Iconics winning for a quick
I
second.
think Ty Dillinger might have something to say about that.
Fuck him too. He don't work there no more.
Man, I'll go next, man. You know what? Yeah,
Say Nia Jax.
I was about to say I'm going with Nia Jax and Tamina, man.
I swear.
And you know what? I'm pulling for Tamina, man. I listened to her episode of Lillian Garcia's podcast, man. Really good episode, man. I'm pulling for Tamina in this one, man.
She need to take off
You
that
know
damn
what?
jacket.
They just because Natalia's dad's
I
one
think
day,
they
they just might
deserve it.
win.
I agree,
The
Mr.
Iconics just. Hey.
Mr. Campbell.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it going, man. I gotta go with the Iconics. I've been wanting them to do something with them for a while. I think they are underrated on the mic, man. They are entertaining as hell. I love them, man.
plus-
So I gotta go with the Iconics.
And plus, one of them is my wrestling wife.
Really, she took over for Alexa Bliss.
That wasn't me. Never.
That was Tim. That was Tim.
Yeah.
Mr. Collison.
I think Boston Hug is going to keep it, but I'd like to see the Divas of Doom win. Although I will say I totally agree with you that Nia and Tamina should have a shot at the title soon. But I think if I'm picking who I think's going to win, Boston Hug, but I'd like to see Divas of Doom.
So you think Boston Hug is gonna win? You like Divas of Doom, and you kind of like Tamina. Now.
I think they deserve a shot at it eventually, is what I
Everybody-
You
said.
would hedge your
Iconics,
bets,
huh?
ass motherfucker.
They already had a shot, though.
She's not my. She's like most girls.
They've had
I'm
a shot.
talking about a run with the title. They didn't win it.
Wait, real quick, man. Real quick. So what do y'all think about the comeback of Beth Phoenix?
I've always been for it, man. I
Yeah.
was always.
I like it, dude.
I was always a fan of the Glamazon, man. I thought she was like right.
I thought she did great
She-
on Raw yesterday.
She was like what, like 4 or 5 years right before her time. Like had she came in a couple years later, man, she would have knocked that shit out the park. Right? If she had
No,
came in right
I-
like 2012, 2013, you would have built the division around her.
Right. Tony?
Don't get me wrong. I like that she's back, and I'm happy that she's back. This is the best generation for her to go against and establish her legacy. But I think her return itself was very underwhelming.
I agree.
I agree 100%. That's why I asked, because it's like,
Are we
wait,
kind of
hit
living
the
by?
bell. I was there.
Are we kind of living vicariously because we still all miss Matt Edge a little bit? Is that kind of
Ring
what
that
does it a
damn
little bit?
bell.
Because we miss him and we kind of living vicariously through his wife.
Nah, honestly,
No,
I don't. And look, I don't know if it's because of how WWE did it, but I really don't care. It's just
Because Tamina stared her
Yeah.
down.
Hey,
She's back.
we'll talk.
To talk about what he just said. Now, are you a fan of Edge because his wrestling, or because he did sweet things?
I was always a fan of Edge. He was always one of my favorite heels. And I think when he cashed in his Money in the Bank on The Undertaker on that episode of SmackDown, that's one of my all-time favorite moments because I did not see that shit coming at all.
Edge is one of my favorites of all time, and I liked Edge since the Brood. I knew he was the standout guy from that point, and most people grew up with me who were wrestling fans with me can tell you that the same thing. I've always been an Edge head.
On any WWE game back in the day, he was always who I made sure I kicked his ass for a title. That's who I wanted to kick
The
his
best
ass
one on No
kick.
Mercy was S.A. Rios, though. If you wasn't playing
Hey,
with S.A. Rios on No
real
Mercy,
talk.
you ain't have the right child.
Real talk.
All right, let's get back into these picks. Hey, here's a match for you.
Cruiserweight?
No, Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre.
I'm going to cut it short. I think Drew needs this.
Mr. Campbell?
Drew needs this. If Drew don't beat him, you've completely wasted Drew. He needs that.
disagree.
He needs that.
I'm gonna go ahead and go next, man. Well, but yeah,
Drew needs that win, man. You beat Roman.
I think they're gonna actually let someone beat Roman Reigns at Mania. I'm gonna go with Drew.
And then he's like the real only like legit stay complete heel the whole time on Raw.
Yeah, because what is Brian's deal?
We'll talk about that later.
Uh,
Kev, who you got in this one, man?
I'm going to have to go with McIntyre.
Drew?
Callaway.
Tony, we're coming to you on this one. Who you got, man?
Man, I want to see Drew win. I really do.
Roman Reigns.
And I don't think him losing to Roman would hurt his momentum at any cost because he just go fuck Roman up the next night anyway. But with Roman beating leukemia, if he can't beat Drew McIntyre, you saying that Drew McIntyre is stronger than cancer. And if Drew McIntyre is stronger than cancer, then that means he's stronger than the NWO, because the NWO was a lethal injection of poison that became a cancer that didn't win. So if Drew McIntyre is stronger than the NWO, then he should be champion, but he's not, so Roman takes it.
All right.
I love your history throw-ins.
Mr. Collison, who you got?
I want Drew to win, but Roman's gonna win.
All right.
And y'all know, Kyle wins all the time, so y'all fucked up. I'm sorry, Ken Cash. I know this is Ken Cash's favorite wrestling and MMA podcast, and I didn't mean to cuss like that.
Shout out, Ken
Gotta
Cash.
watch my mouth.
All right, so the first pick on this one is going to Mr. Thunder, and I feel like
That's me.
I'm gonna let him rant on this one, man. So we got
Oh shit.
so everybody buckle in. We're gonna lay out for a little while. Mr. Thunder, Bobby Lashley versus Finn Balor for the Intercontinental Championship.
Fucking God! What the fuck? You know what? I hate this. Look, let me tell you something. All right. First of all, what they not gonna do is all right. Look, see this. Okay. Okay. All right.
Go ahead, man. It's your time.
All right, look, check it. First of all, okay, here's what pissed me off, all right? You had Finn Balor pushed him to the spotlight and said he never lost his title. He deserves this opportunity. You put him against Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar makes him look like $1 million fucking bucks, but you don't make him the fucking demon. No, you don't. Why? Because who the fuck knows why? Then his fucking horrible ass fucking promo, that fucking horrible ass fucking CGI smoke covered his face. And did the demon even like do anything? No. Is Finn Balor sticking his fucking tongue out like he's Michael Jordan after doing a dunk on fucking Shaq or some shit? It was horrible. I fucking hate the fact that he's gonna beat a demon at WrestleMania just to go against fucking Bobby Lashley of all fucking people for all fucking titles, the Intercontinental title. Not only that, they didn't even make it a fucking surprise. I would have jumped out my fucking seat if I would have found out, oh, he's the fucking demon tonight. Of course he's fucking winning. But no, they had to fucking ruin the fucking surprise with that horrible, stupid ass fucking promo, just like that shitty one he did with Bray Wyatt when he wasn't even the fucking demon, because Bray Wyatt got fucking injured. Fuck the demon. Fuck this match. It pissed me off. I don't give a fuck who wins. I hope Leo Rush somehow gets into the match and wins the fucking title.
Wow. So
That sums it up.
Wait,
The
so
demon's gonna fucking win is my answer.
what was the last black IC champ? Was that Big E?
What?
Kofi, Big
Big
E,
E.
Ezekiel.
Big E was the last one.
Yeah. No.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the last black IC champ.
We'll bring that subject up a little bit later. But
We all know the Demon's gonna win, man.
So can we just go ahead and say Finn Balor for everybody? Is that a fair?
Yeah.
Finn Balor, Finn Balor,
Yeah.
Finn Balor, Finn Balor, everybody.
Jesus. Fuck.
Yeah.
Stupid shit.
But this is the
You know what?
WWE, though.
Last time he surprised anybody with actually being a demon was he fought Baron Corbin that one year.
Why did that happen?
I don't know.
Why? It was no
No
reason.
reason for it.
No,
They waste the Demon on the dumbest shit ever.
I used to be
It was
convinced.
surprise demon. On
I
the
used to be
fourth shit.
convinced that Zack Ryder must have like caught Vince cheating or something. That's why Vince hates him. I think Baron Corbin has like pictures of him cheating, and he's blackmailing him. That's why Baron Corbin's inserted into everything on the damn show.
Don't talk about Baron Corbin right now. We gonna get to that.
Punk ass
Stupid.
bastard.
Oh, speaking of Baron Corbin, let's get this shit out the way.
Hold on. That ain't next match, bro.
So yeah, I'm Finn Balor. Finn.
Wait,
Is that the one we all agree on?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But anybody else got anything else to say about Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley?
Nope.
I fucking hate it. I hate it.
I think Tony said it all. All righty. Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship.
How big is Dominic? Goddamn, he's like your size. The kid's big.
Well, he was standing next to Rey, so he's probably like.
No, he's 6'something.
That's what I'm saying. Like Ray's our height. Like Dominic's
Oh,
like
I'm
he's,
sorry.
he's pushing
No,
six.
his
We all know it.
He's
We
pushing
all know
six
that's Eddie,
something.
son.
I'm just saying the kid's got blonde highlights. You know, Eddie had
Eddie's
blonde
his poppy.
highlights.
I'm
just saying.
I'll go first on this one. I'm gonna pick Samoa Joe, man.
What if he comes out wearing the "I'm Your Poppy" shirt?
That'd be great.
Like that would be just.
That'd
like,
be great.
That would be cool, man.
Mr. Collison, what you got, man?
I'm going with Ray. If his ankle isn't really broke.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Last night?
Yeah.
Broke.
Damn.
They said that he got hurt against Corbin.
That was the
That
rumor.
damn that damn sunset flip he did from the outside. Yep.
Yep.
He landed awkward. Damn.
I'm going to go with Joe.
Joe.
I hate when people in the audience don't pick up on doing this when they do it because they do like a fist pump. I'm like, you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do the hang 10 thing. That's with these SoCal. You do that.
Mr. Campbell, who you got?
They'll probably give it to Ray, but I want Joe to win. He needs it.
So you going with Joe?
Yeah, I'm going with Joe. SoCal.
Mr. Thunder.
You know, there's been so much back and forth with the U.S. title that's been going on lately. I would like to see Joe hold on to it to establish that he has won it and deserves to hold on to it. If Ray's injured, Joe's keeping it. If Ray's not injured, Ray's going to win it.
I feel like Tony and I are just agreeing at this point, but that's,
Wait, so what's your pick? Gotta lock it in, man.
I mean, but if Ray can't compete, then my pick obviously has to change.
Yeah, if Ray's not in the match, then I'll get everybody's
Andretti's going to win.
I was just about to say that he ain't even on the main card.
if
is he?
Ray's in the match, if Ray's, like he said, if Ray's hurt, he's not going to win. If he's not hurt, Ray's getting the title so that he can
Well,
say
we'll just go with the match right now. If the match changes, I'll get everybody's pick.
I'm going with Ray then.
I'm going with Ray.
Ray. Alrighty. So next match.
Who you with?
I said Joe. So next match, another match I really don't care about. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Rob
We all
Gronkowski.
know Ken Cash is winning that match because Knockouts in 3 counts as his favorite wrestling and MMA podcast.
Brian, because he's the only star in there.
Rob Gronkowski.
Wait, is he in it though for real?
Ooh.
I can see.
I
Oh, you
see.
said Braun.
I
I said-
see him coming in and winning that shit, though. I see Rob getting. He just finished the contract. I mean, he just finished his retirement. He ain't spent none of his money from his NFL contract. He just spent
With
endorsement
that
money.
pick, you should have went last with that pick because everybody would have been like, "Oh shit!" But now I'm gonna have to steal it.
I've been thinking that ever since I heard that happen. I
That
even
just
told you when you called me, I thought that. So you can attest to this.
So
I
wait,
think
so
this
we'll
is
go.
coming.
So Mr. Collison, who you got?
I'm gonna go wild card just because I don't give a shit. Rob Gronkowski.
Gronk. Mr. Campbell.
Gronk.
Kev.
Brian. It's obvious. No one
Smart fucking. I'm going.
Man.
Mr. Thunder.
I had to cut myself. You know, I'm gonna go with somebody who I know is definitely in it, and the odds-on obvious favorite to win it is Braun. But
Don't you do it.
I'm gonna go.
Don't you do
Apollo
it.
Crews.
Hold up. No. I'm going to go with, I think the SNL cast will somehow eliminate Braun, which pisses him off. But I think Apollo gonna win it, man.
Damn it, man.
Apollo Crews.
Apollo had a good showing on Monday.
Man, that's my
He
pick.
always has a good show, and he's great in the ring.
And
He's just
and-
born on the damn mic.
Man, Titus wore a slide.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm going with Apollo too.
I'm
man.
going for Apollo.
Alrighty. Our next match we have a match I'm actually really looking forward to.
Is that match number
AJ,
10?
huh?
Match number 10?
I don't even know where we at right now.
We're just at 8:05 now.
But Shane, no, my bad. AJ Styles versus Randy Orton, the match I'm definitely looking forward to. Kev, who you got?
Randy Orton, because they just give it to him for no reason.
He's the golden boy.
Mr. Randy Orton. Yes. That's my pick.
That boy good. That boy good.
Yeah, good and terrible.
Mr. Collison.
I'm going with AJ, but I'm really looking forward to this one.
Alan Jefferson Styles.
Tony.
Seeing that Styles just re-signed, I'm gonna go with Styles.
Alrighty.
You don't even ask me. You already know who I'm going with.
I hear voices in my head.
Hell no.
AJ.
Hell no.
Oh, you don't want none, huh?
Fuck that fellow weak-shouldered having mo. I'm going with Alan Jefferson Styles.
Alrighty.
No, it's his shoulders. We actually have the same affliction. His shoulders go out of the socket just as easily as mine do.
Okay.
That's why I feel for Randy.
Did you two just become best friends? Yep.
I'm not shaking his hand.
Do a karate and job. You have to call me Nighthawk.
What?
You ready to see Step Brothers?
I don't remember that part though.
I just remember the drums.
All right. Shane versus The Miz. Mr. Collison, who you got?
Shane.
That would suck. That's why I'm gonna do it.
Tony, who you got?
Man, I just want to say that this is Chase Burnett's favorite pro wrestling and MMA podcast. So I gotta go with
Scared the shit out of me.
Shane.
Shane?
I'm going with Shane, man. I mean, he just turned heel. He's building up himself as the best in the world. Why would he lose to Miz of all people?
I agree. I think Shane actually
It might
wins a
be
match at
building up to
WrestleMania.
something with what I've been rumored to hear. I highly doubt it because I don't fuck with nothing the dirt sheet say.
Hey,
But they've been
no rumors
talking
in the ring,
about
though.
Punk a lot more recently, and with Shane calling himself the best in the world, I could kind of see something like that happening. And hey, who knows?
CM Punk return confirmed.
Don't dwell on rumors that end in widows.
I could give a fuck less if CM Punk came back or not. Honestly, I'm not a fan of CM Punk at all.
What?
His in-ring work is what he's good. I mean, don't get me wrong, the guy is a legend in ring. You know what I mean? But as a person, I just don't like Punk, man.
Oh, that's real.
He's a crybaby piece of shit.
All right, Kev, who you got?
Quick Punk rant. Quick Punk rant.
Wait, what?
What?
Quick Punk rant.
Punk rant. Go ahead.
I'm gonna do a quick Punk rant. All right, here we go. CM Punk did his infamous on stage fucking pipe bomb, and all of the fucking smart marks all over the world, and just all over the fucking TV screens. And ever since then, they've been saying the same exact thing since he said that night. But here's what they fail to realize, where they're still hanging on his nutsack. He cried and complained about movie stars and MMA guys and other Hollywood people coming into the WWE and being the top guy. And what did he do? He tried and go do just that. He tried to be a top MMA guy that felt like he could come back to the WWE and be the top guy whenever he fucking wanted to, but he fucking failed horribly. So the egg got on his face, and I could give a fuck less.
All right. And I pick Maurice gonna win at the end of the night.
How? I'm guessing that's
Miz.
Miz. All
Yeah.
right.
I'm gonna go. You know what? And it goes against what we were talking about offline. I don't like nobody from Ohio, but I mess with Mike.
Hey, but you like
I'll
Dean?
give it to Mike. Huh?
You like Dean?
This is true.
But that's Cincinnati.
And Gargano.
But that's
and
Cincinnati. That's
Ziggler.
basically Kentucky,
And
so it
Ziggler.
really count.
Yeah. I go with I go with Mike. I've been riding with Mike since the Weird World, so I'll rock with him on this.
All right. Kyle had to step out for a second, so we'll get his picks and when he comes back.
No, I'll give you Carlson's pick. Well, I like the Miz, but I'm gonna go with Shane.
He already said Shane. So our next match,
He got hype up both. We got hedges fucking bets.
Kev, we're gonna go to you first. This is Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin.
Oh my god!
If they really do this, I'm
Can we
canceling
just get
that
this? Can we go across the board with this, or is everybody not unanimous about this?
I'm going Kurt.
You going Kurt?
Yeah.
I'm gonna save Tony for last, man. Mr. Campbell, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Kurt over John Cena.
That makes sense.
If they don't bring Cena out, they've completely wasted one of the greatest wrestlers they've ever had. That is just a complete waste. For
Did you
Corbin?
just call John Cena one of the greatest wrestlers they ever had?
No, Kurt Angle.
Oh.
Baron Corbin
I
is
got
my
excited.
pick.
Corbin does not need that rub.
Well, only if it was Corbin with the hair.
Too late for that shit. Rogan gave up on his ass a long time ago.
Mr. Thunder, who you got?
All right, man. Let me break something down for y'all right quick, man.
I'm listening.
For all the people crying and complaining about Baron being in this match, y'all got to remember they've been building Kurt and Baron since
2 years.
like
Wow.
late last year.
Right.
Like the whole GM and GM thing and them going back and forth. Yeah, they kind of did just drop out of it for a while and like we just kind of forgot about it. Then all of a sudden it just came back up, which is kind of like where I feel like they dropped the ball on the story. But from what they've been building, this is what makes sense to me is Baron and Kurt because that's the only rivalry Kurt's really developed since coming back. With saying that, fuck Baron Corbin, Kurt ain't going in.
Wow. You think Kurt goes out on top?
No, I'm going with Baron Corbin.
He goes out on his back. He's traditional. He's
Okay.
gonna go out on his back.
I mean, what they say is, you know, you only good as your last match, and Kurt's hurt. Kurt, he's banged up. You know,
Right.
if he does win, it's not going to be a good match.
It is kind of sad seeing him wrestle now. He just
Yeah.
that match he had on Raw. I'm like, oh man, he botched that backdrop. Like,
Well, he's been injured.
he been
That's
for
why
a
his
while,
match with
yeah.
Joe and Styles been so short because he's been injured. He's been hurt.
Man. All right, so our next match, I'll go first on this one. We got Triple H versus Batista.
Give me what I want.
Hunter, kiss my ass. I'm like, that was good. That was good. I'm like, you know what? Man, a few words. I like it.
Oh, if Triple H loses, he must retire from in-ring.
He ain't doing
That's
that.
a lie.
He ain't doing that. They got a lot more shows in Saudi Arabia to do. That contract ain't ran out yet, so he ain't leaving that shit.
I'm going to go first. I'm going with Triple H, man. I think this is Batista's last match, quote unquote. So I'm going with Triple H. Mr. Campbell.
This does conflict me because H is my favorite heel, but I was such a big Batista fan. I gotta go with H.
H.
Yeah, because he ain't quitting. He ain't laying down right now.
Mr. Thunder.
Batista for the 2020
here's my
Hall of
logic
Fame.
on it. You know, I got to build up my logic as to why I choose my picks. So, with Batista stating already that he wanted to come back and do wrestling more, not necessarily full time, but he wants to be an active wrestler. With him saying that, and with the XFL coming along and Vince not being able to focus on the WWE as much, Triple H probably going to have to take that position as like he's got to pick up the slack that Vince is going to leave, focusing on the XFL. So with that being said, I got to give it to Batista.
I like the Vince McMahon XFL logic, man. I like that.
Yeah, he sold a lot of stock last week.
All righty, Kev.
Batista.
Batista!
Walk with my sister, just been a changer. That's my shit.
And Triple H can retire saying that he's done everything in the business except beat Batista.
I like it. Here's a match that's definitely going on the pre-show, but I think
Who did
might
you
steal
say?
the night. Huh?
Who'd you say?
I said Triple H. But here's a match that I think is still the show, but no one will see because it's on the pre-show. Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Murphy's Law.
Kev, who you got, man?
I got Buddy Murphy.
Was that your Australian accent?
That's right.
That was very
Oh my God!
Very British.
Very British, sir.
Very Brexit of you.
I'm sorry. I've been watching out UK NXT.
Very John Oliver
You
of
sound,
you.
you sound like the little Afro kid that do the interviews on there, man. I can't think of his name. Is it like Muggsy or something like that? I don't know.
Muggsy.
I was about to say Collins, I'm sorry. Mr. Campbell, who you got?
I'll go with Buddy. Buddy's having a hell of a year, man. He's made 205 appointment viewing. I ain't watched it, but
Hey.
still.
He beat Cedric Alexander. He could do anything.
I'll be honest with you. I watched 3 episodes of 205 Live.
I haven't watched it in a while either.
You know what?
Mr.
I hate how they do my man's. Well, we gonna talk about that later too. Canellis.
Oh, that just got me, man. I like the Canelo Eye. I like both of them.
Now lie.
I like
Because it's multiple.
I like him and the wife.
Mr. Thunder, who you got, man?
That's me. I can think of 8 reasons why Buddy Murphy won't win.
His abs.
Tony Nese.
Tony.
8 reasons.
1,
Tony's got to stick together, man.
5, 6, 7, 8.
You know what?
Damn it, this pay-per-view has a lot of matches on it.
Dude, I think it's gonna be like 15 right now.
Nese is one of the CWC originals. Like he deserves it.
He is.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with Tony Nese because the title has to change somewhere.
But if the cruiserweight titles and nobody watches, does it really happen?
All right.
Is he really a champion?
I'm gonna go ahead and do this one next because it has like the least steam behind it. Brock Lesnar defends his Universal Championship against.
Oh my God!
Seth
Don't say that because we
frickin'
all said he
Rollins.
was losing last year, and he wasn't coming back, and they finally gonna crown Roman. And what the hell happened?
We also said
who
he's
wants to
gonna
go
lose at
first?
WrestleMania. I'll go first.
All right, Kev, who you
I'll
got?
take this one.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Kev.
I'm going to go Seth Rollins.
Seth frickin' Rollins.
Burn it down. I hate the
The
fact
beast.
I hate the
All
fact
right.
they let him curb stomp
Any
him
reason
on
why?
free TV.
It's just time for Brock to go.
Spend time.
But after last year's WrestleMania, he can't win too many WrestleManias in a row.
This is Brock.
Tony.
I love Seth Rollins with all my heart. One of my favorites in the ring right now. He deserves it and everything, but Brock keeping it, man. I mean, I love Seth, but I don't think he should be the one to be Brock. I'm sorry.
So who is?
Good point.
See, here's what I think. If
I must
Batista's
be
really
drunk.
back like he says he is, and
No.
he beats Triple H, he
No.
should go after Brock.
No.
Wow.
Don't want him with the title in his hand.
Interesting. Intriguing, even.
Kyle.
He might lose Aleister Black.
We've been doing this show.
Intriguing, even.
We've been doing this show since 2017, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much like our 2-year anniversary. It all started with a WrestleMania preview show.
Yeah. Old school.
with you guys.
Kyle's basement.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, yeah, that was a good time. That was a good time in the basement. Rap City style.
We did one at everybody's house except for Kyle's.
True. Collison don't want us over. I'm not gonna
Facts.
pick on. I've been saying this since then. And just to be a little hyperbole, Vince McMahon will get extremely aroused if Brock Lesnar walks into a UFC octagon with the Universal title around his waist and is announced as a Universal champion. As
I
much
don't
as I
think
want
that's gonna
Seth to win,
happen.
I gotta give it to Brock. I
But
think
look,
Brock's
think
gonna
about
keep
this.
it.
If Brock wins, they go into UFC with the title and get his ass knocked out. Then what?
Oh, they're gonna take it off him.
Exactly.
But the
That's why I
fact,
don't
but the
think Vince
fact
gonna
that
let
you will have on a UFC pay per view him come in with that belt around his waist, announced as the
If he
WWE
loses,
Universal
it's gonna
title,
make the
that
WWE
just
look like
bigs
shit.
up the brand even more.
He's not gonna be right.
That's free
But
publicity.
if he loses, it's
That's
gonna
the-
shit on the brand.
That's the ultimate finger to Dana White. Like
Why
I can do it.
Why chance it? Because he's
It's all a work anyway.
Well, put it like this: I'm going with Brock, but the reason why is I kind of agree with the whole. He wants to have the belt on UFC television, but I think it's something even more immediate. That's the reason why Brock wins, and it kind of goes into the next match. I'll hold off on that, but I'm going with Brock Lesnar. I'll explain why after these next 2 matches. You guys want to do the main event, or you want to go with the feel good story that we all really want to talk about?
Let's do
Let's
feel
wait
good.
for that, man.
Feel
Main
good.
event.
Feel good.
Let's go to the last
Feel
thing.
good, and then go to the main event.
All right,
No, let's go home on the feel good.
Yeah.
you want to go?
Eh.
Okay,
It's unanimous.
It's a historic main event.
It's gonna be
It's a
unanimous.
historic main event. It should end.
It's
the podcast.
both of them are historic.
One of them we guarantee. One
right.
of them's
Hey,
one of them's
Kev,
guaranteed.
I ain't gonna hold you up. I love the ending of Raw with them.
Okay, so we'll talk about.
Ooh, I got some thoughts on that one.
All right, we'll talk about Kofi versus Daniel Bryan next.
I'm gonna cry like a bitch when Kofi wins.
That's the question.
Man.
That's the question I was going to ask.
Okay, my theory, and I said I had
I'll
this.
get real
I'll
emotional.
let
Don't-
y'all get out, and then I got my theory.
Nobody give you predictions yet. We're just going to talk for a second. All right?
Can I throw my theory out first?
All right, is it going to give away your prediction?
No.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so which would you rather have? Kofi cleanly beats Daniel Bryan, gets hoisted up by Big E and Xavier. We have our not offending anybody. If you do, I don't give a fuck. Black champion,
Right?
or
not the first, but yeah.
Kofi defeats Daniel Bryan. Big E and Xavier come out. Big E turns on him.
I want that. I ain't gonna hold you. I want that.
I'm like,
That's not gonna
which is
happen at
which is the
WrestleMania.
better,
It
the
will happen,
complete
but not at
feel
Mania.
good or the feel good and the immediate feud with the heel turn of the New Day being a.
I want that immediate feud. At least so you know it's the champion. If he's losing,
Because I
to
feel
Big E,
that coming. I feel
If he's losing to Big E,
I
he's
feel
gonna be back
I
too?
feel Big E coming. I feel him
Pause.
just hitting.
But let me say this. Okay. I want the feel good moment. But it's WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, New
That
Day's.
swerve.
Of
right
course,
there.
they're going to turn on each other. Of course.
it
That
might not be into,
swerve right there.
may not be into SmackDown though.
I'm saying though,
But it's-
but,
yeah.
but think about it. You have a similar Daniel Bryan type moment, the ultimate babyface overcoming the odds. Daniel
B+.
Bryan was there by himself. Kofi's got the New Day behind him, and then bam, Big E's tired of having to fight his battles
best,
for
Bryan not
the
him.
best
by
thing
himself.
about that is that there's no money in the bank person to cash in as soon as he wins.
Exact. This immediately builds
Daniel
up.
Bryan not by himself though.
This builds up.
True.
No, I'm saying Daniel Bryan when he won back at 30,
Okay.
he was by himself. That's what I mean. The ultimate babyface just going off.
He definitely
This
had two
one,
matches.
it's not gonna end it. That's the thing. That book ended WrestleMania. This ain't. So this one, you got the immediate way that you have to turn in to SmackDown on Tuesday to see what the hell happened between the New Day.
If Kofi wins, that's what's going to happen. I don't want that to happen, but if Kofi wins,
If you had to
that's
choose,
exactly what's
if
gonna
you get to
if
choose,
I had to
which
choose
one would
Kofi,
you?
if I had to choose, Kofi wins it, and we have a feel good moment, blah blah blah. But that's not what's going to happen. If Kofi wins, either that night on SmackDown, Big E or Woods is going to turn on him.
I think it's got to be Big E too.
Or both.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Collison, real quick.
I'll do a quick rundown and catch up. So
I'm about to say let's run through it real quick.
We're just at 9 o'clock, so we got a lot of catch up.
Baron and Kurt.
I'm gonna go Kurt, just because I don't want to see him losing his farewell. Or no, fuck that. Baron Corbin's winning.
If Ric Flair lost his last match, y'all really think Kurt's not?
That's why I changed my statement.
love you. I love you.
Triple H, Batista.
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 Batista. Blue Tista.
Are me and Kyle across the board, like every answer?
Pretty close.
Just for the record, I
Just the
wasn't in here,
Destroyer.
so I didn't hear what he picked.
Buddy Murphy versus Tony
I know.
Nese.
I know.
What'd you say?
Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese.
The bathroom.
Buddy Murphy.
Uh-oh.
Okay, that's
There's
our difference.
A lot of us are agreeing.
All right, Brock versus Seth.
Oh, I want to hear this.
I think Seth's gonna win.
He agrees with me.
That's another difference.
And here's the only reason I think that he's gonna win.
'Cause you worked out
I
with
was so dead set that it was gonna be Brock, but now I don't really see a reason for them to keep the title on him anymore. Only because now that all the talk with his fight's gone to hell, that's why I felt like they were keeping the belt on him. But hey,
You know that's why I said that he gets it.
I've got a reason why I think Brock Lesnar is going to win. I'll explain that in a second. But right now we're talking about Kofi.
I think Kofi's gonna win it.
Oh,
No,
okay,
no,
okay.
no,
So
no,
my
no.
theory is, which would you rather have? Would you rather
We wasn't
have?
giving our prediction yet.
Would you rather have Kofi wins and we have a feel good moment because it's not going to be the main event? Have a feel good moment, or Kofi wins and Big E immediately turns on him right there in the ring.
Which one would you rather have?
If you had to have one,
Feel good moment at Mania and it happened on Raw.
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing.
did you really just give me Kill Bill?
Which one?
It's the same film.
Yeah, never
Well,
mind.
it's the
You know
same.
what you know what I meant. Fuck it.
Well, Mr. Campbell, since you had the theory, man, what's your prediction?
Daniel, no, I'm fucking. No, hey man, I said I was only gonna pick two pay-per-views on the main card of my heart. This the first one. Main event's gonna be the second one. Yeah, I Kofi, man. That to me, that's just good wrestling. That's just good wrestling storytelling. That's just good. Just give it, put it on Kofi.
Alrighty. Mr. Thunder.
It's gonna be a purple.
Let me say this. Vince McMahon booked himself to win the match over God himself. He doesn't give a fuck what we think. Daniel Bryan's keeping that title.
Good for you for thinking outside the box.
Okay.
I mean, he's not going to give us Kofi and Becky winning in the same night. He's not going to. He's not. That's.
And
I just don't see that happening.
Nobody thought he was gonna
I'm not.
do Daniel
I
Bryan.
can't see every main event title changing hands, which is why I think Brock's going to keep it. But if Seth wins, Kofi's definitely not winning. If Kofi and Seth wins, Becky's definitely not winning. So one has to give, and the one that I think is going to give and hurt the most is Kofi losing.
Kev.
I want him to win. I want him to win more than anything. That's Kofi winning that title is like the Lions winning the fucking Super Bowl. I want that moment more than anything.
I agree. 100%.
I just don't
Lions.
see
What
it
team
happen.
is that?
Fire Millen.
I'm a Chiefs and the Patriots fan. I don't know what the team you're talking about is.
Go Browns. Kev.
Go Browns.
They were Cleveland.
2018.
What?
Yeah, exactly. What the hell's up? That's a Cleveland team.
I
Oxymoron.
like the way they built their organization.
He like Odell
Kev.
Beckham.
They colors is brown. It's like
I was on
it's
that
like
squad
Henry-
before that.
It's
Go
like
ahead.
Henry Ford High School.
Wow.
Kev, who
Millennium used to get
Kobe.
their ass beat every day by Redford.
True.
Kev, who you got, man?
Kobe.
Kofi? All right.
The guy that used to be Jamaican that's not Jamaican anymore.
Hey, his old school theme song used to bang though. I had that as a ringtone.
So my pick is Kofi, but I do think that the Big E turning on him happens either that night or on SmackDown, one or the other.
Just imagine heel
Yeah, for
Xavier.
sure.
What, but hold on, what if it's not Big E? What if it's
Or Woods. It could be
Woods.
Woods.
I think Woods is
or
better.
it could be
I think
both of them.
It's not going to be one without the other.
Woods is going to side with whoever does it, but I think a heel Xavier Woods with a mic in his hand.
I'm saying
Ooh,
It could be both of them.
Think
That's
about
fire.
it. Like when the Shield, when Seth Rollins turned on the Shield the first time. Now, the
Right.
first time. Look, now,
Everybody-
did you think it was gonna be Seth Rollins?
Everybody thought it was gonna be Dean.
I ain't gonna hold you up. I wasn't watching back then. I wasn't watching
Everybody
back
thought it was gonna be
then.
Dean. So
Yeah.
it could be both, but regardless, New Day is gonna be breaking up in the next couple of days. That's the way I look at
Next
it.
couple days.
Right.
If not, what if they
That's
don't?
if Kofi wins the title.
They never gave us our popsicles.
I
True.
think he.
Hey, the way y'all talking, Big E could also be the reason Kofi lose.
True.
True.
I mean, I totally could see E going full heel.
I think he would be good.
Like
as a heel.
think about it like this: they gave everything to make sure Kofi got that.
Yep.
That's what I'm
opportunity.
saying. That's why
And
E
then
turns
take
on
it
him.
from him.
I got my ass beat in a damn gauntlet match, and and for you to get all the glory.
Like
now,
you
damn
couldn't-
that.
you
I
couldn't
club
do
you
it.
in the back.
You couldn't do it. We did it for you.
There
The
you go.
Usos gave them that win.
That kind of hit me in the feels though.
It did.
Because when they came out, they like, look, we don't have
I
some
thought that
battles.
was dope,
we
though.
forfeit. I'm like, yo, that's what's
That's
up.
real friendship.
That's
So
what's
wait,
up.
that kind of leads me into the
That's
question.
just respect.
That kind of leads me into the question I wanted to ask everybody here. I asked this question in the group, and the question is, if Kofi wins the championship, are you going to cry?
I mean, whoever the hell is just gonna be in that Buffalo Wild Wings in downtown Detroit that just happens to be cutting onions in the seat next to me, I hate you. Damn you. Damn you, damn it. I have an allergic reaction
might
to
get a little
onions.
teary-eyed.
All right, Tony?
Bogus fucking Sinclair allergies.
What?
Fucking bogus DDP.
Is he having a seizure?
allergies. I'm gonna cry like a bitch if Kofi wins.
Dude, it's a strong possibility.
Don't you do everything like a bitch?
Randy wins.
Well, I mean, I do everything like a
Still
bitch,
doing
but you
dabbing?
do it like a batter.
I don't know
bitch,
if
you
the
know
young
what I
kids
mean?
I don't know what the young kids are doing.
Randy,
Are
Randy,
they still dabbing?
everybody knows Randy the baddest bitch in the room.
Not today.
Okay.
Wait for the people, baby. She's not listening.
She didn't hear a word that we just said. All right. But, Kev, you going to shed a couple, man?
I'm gonna get a little teary-eyed, brother.
I don't know what I'd do if I actually see tears coming out of you. You might make me feel
Dude, like,
weird.
real talk, man. Like,
Don't usually see brothers that big and Kangos crying.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. This is how the order goes. The Watch on Washington with the "I Have a Dream" speech, Then it goes Nat Turner killing all the racist slave owners. Then Kofi winning the WWE title.
What
Those
about
are the most
Mufasa dying?
important moments in Black history.
What about Barack
s-
winning the presidency?
I saw that movie. I did cry. When I saw Birth of a Nation. I cried when he.
I'll replace Barack's win. No, fuck Barack.
All right, we
I cry with
we
it.
got 10 minutes left, so let me
Wrap it up, B.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If Kofi wins, that shit's gonna be insane. I
We'll get a little emotional.
Like real
just
talk,
saying.
man.
That's a
like,
WrestleMania moment.
I might cry,
We're gonna
dude.
riot in the fucking streets.
That's
dude,
a WrestleMania moment.
I literally went to Cleveland just because I thought he might get a shot at the championship, man.
Random
wait-
as hell, too. Random as hell.
yeah, I'm like, man, fuck it, I gotta go, man. And look, I got the close seat so I can get the commemorative chair just in case it happens, man. So
Shout out to Chase Burnett for telling y'all this is Kofi year. Y'all know I've been saying it for like the last 10 years, and it kind of feel like I said, the Lions going to the Super Bowl. But we told y'all, man, shout out to Chase Burnett. This is Kofi's year.
We got 10 minutes to do this main event. Let's get
So-
it. Gator freaking dead.
we got for all the championships.
Winner take all.
All the Marlboros.
We got
All the
Becky,
Marlboros.
Called it also.
Becky Lynch,
I called it.
All the
Charlotte,
Marlboros.
Ronda Rousey for the women's championships, all of them. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go ahead and say Becky Lynch wins it, and this is why I picked Brock Lesnar to win, because you can't have all your baby faces winning those championship matches. You got to have a heel come back with a championship. Kofi and Becky walk away with the championships. Kev.
And I'm going to say Ronda.
What?
That's the heel that's going to keep.
What?
Oh, she's not winning.
Her show up on a Tuesday night? That's like Triple H doing that in 2006.
The only reason you were the champion because Triple H didn't want to work Tuesday.
Oh, that's one of the greatest burns in the history of the industry.
Man. Mr. Thunder, who you got?
That's me. I think it's pretty obvious they're giving it to the man.
The
For a
man.
moment.
Carlson?
You got to send them home happy, send the people home, you know.
So obviously, Ronda or Becky's not taking the pin, you saying?
Don't really matter since both titles are.
I think that's
on
what
the
The man's gonna win it. I mean, we all know that. Obviously, whoever picked Ronda didn't know that, but the man's gonna win.
Hold on. I want to be different. I knew
This
I
we know.
I
And
want
that's
to
why
win.
you always in last place.
Okay, Strahan.
Mr. Collison, who you got?
I'm definitely going with Becky.
Becky. All
I
right.
think that should be like the obvious pick.
Mr. Campbell? Charlotte Flair. Go ahead, say it.
If Becky Lynch wins, I will be so fucking happy, man.
Go ahead.
Becky, no, Becky Lynch.
Becky
If
oh, man.
if Becky don't win, I'm riding.
We riot.
Damn that. This is the most. I mean, that is the best payoff for the most overbooked angle they've had in years.
Wait a minute. Can we talk
And my
about
granny
that
go
for
love
like
it.
a quick second?
Yeah, go ahead,
Like,
go ahead. I wanted to bring that up.
a lot of people keep saying how overbooked it is.
Two
Okay?
arrests in 2 months.
Dude.
Stone Cold style.
Wait, hold on,
Becky got
let him
arrested
finish.
twice.
Okay,
Let him
so
finish.
everybody keeps saying it's overbooked.
I gotta hear
But
this.
like we all know for a fact, Rhonda's still figuring out whatever the fuck she's got to do.
Talking
I'm
to
not
Nick.
even gonna sit here and try to say that all her promos were great. But me
You can't.
personally, dude, I actually have liked the build up to it. That's the honest truth.
Can I ask you a question? What happened to Becky's knee injury?
That's fair.
She's got
She threw
Wolverine
the
healing
crutch away.
factor.
That's like when you throw your crutch away, that means like your knee is healed. Like,
Hey, that was literally a
that's
month
what
ago.
they, like,
But when have you
Bret Hart-
honestly
when
ever
Bret
seen?
Hart
Well, how do
beat-
we know
when
she
Bret
wasn't?
Hart when Bret Hart beat the Undertaker's ass with that cane, with that damn crutch, his knee was magically healed. All you gotta do is throw away the crutch in one form or another. You gotta
What
beat
about
somebody's
Stone
ass
Cold's
with it or
knees?
just throw it away.
I honestly can't remember in one build up 2 arrests.
Austin.
She got arrested in
Austin had
the end.
multiple.
She got arrested in the end of January and the beginning of April. I have not remembered
Austin
2
got
arrests.
arrested in
Oh, wait,
multiple
wait,
weeks.
hold on. Remember she was suspended and she wasn't supposed to be wrestling at Mania? She was supposed to come back like a day after? What happened with that? But she kept showing up every single night
She had
after
doctor's
that?
notes.
And
Wait, remember she didn't want to go see a doctor about her messed up knee?
And Triple H suspended her, and the next week, the same show later on, he unsuspended her.
I feel
and
like
then
y'all
Vince
are being,
put,
like,
and then
overly
Vince put in
critical now,
Charlotte.
dude.
Oh, wait, time out. Remember Nia Jax busted her in the face and she never got revenge on that?
She did.
Yeah, come on, man. That should have been a match.
That should have been a match.
If you want to make it, they
Scary,
overbooked
man.
it, man. They should have had her go up against Nia Jax in one of these pay-per-views in between Mania and Survivor
30
Series.
seconds. 30 seconds. I have just introduced my girlfriend to
wait,
pro.
wait, wait,
Hold on.
We forgot the most important part of
Jesus
WrestleMania.
fucking Christ. Hold on. Hold on.
We forgot
Hold
the most
on.
important part of WrestleMania.
Hold on. I have just introduced my girlfriend to professional wrestling, and she is
Congratulations.
all in on it. And she even asked me, she's like, "Wait a second. Why isn't she gonna fight the big Samoan chick that busted her in the face? Why didn't she have a match versus her first?" I'm like, I ain't got nothing for you.
Because she's not like most of the girls. She's gonna be the next. She's gonna be in the men's.
It's too-
Money in the
It was
Bank
just a
match.
moment. Now,
God, I
we're
can't
forgetting the
stand
most
that.
important part of WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't even mentioned it. Like, we all overlooking the most important part of WrestleMania, first and foremost, is the
Elias?
concert by Elias.
True.
Elias
Interrupted
will
by
put
John
on
Cena.
The best half.
Who's gonna have a better show,
Adam
him or
Levine.
Flow Rider?
Elias, I
John
hate
Cena
Flo
gonna
Rida.
come out and probably hit
Hey, is
Elias.
what's not gonna be there?
Who?
Post Malone.
Who?
Probably. I mean,
Post
everybody.
Malone.
Everybody's at this shit. I'll say
That
this:
sounds like some cheese you get on your
if-
Subway
if
sandwich thanks
Undertaker-
to John Cena getting them toasted.
if Undertaker shows up, Post Malone will probably do his theme song.
Anyway, but
The man,
they-
the man stands tall.
they did way too much to build up to this, man. It was simple.
I mean,
I think they just did way
Like
too
literally,
much.
I thought they were trolling
think
us
they
last
built up
night
enough.
when they
This is a
said it was
historic
winner
moment.
take all. When she said winner take all, I'm like, okay, where's the April Fools? And then she didn't say it. I'm like, wait, really? Now you gotta put
the
winner
April
take
Fool's
all on
her
that
being
shit?
in the
It was her putting herself in the match.
Yeah, that's
But when she said it again, I'm thinking she's still messing with us. I'm like, okay, we don't need winner take all. for
Yeah,
this.
but-
We don't need both titles on the line.
I
really.
like the segment where
Well,
the whole
the
backstage
only reason
thing.
Charlotte wanted was to put them both on the line.
I
that
like,
should have ended Raw too.
I like that segment, but I think Ronda did too much with the whole.
Kicking out the window.
No, not even that. When she crashed the police car, I was like,
How did she get out of
She's doing too much.
like she
How
drive?
did she get the first seat?
Scissor me timbers.
They this is done way
Now
too
the
much.
knee,
It was
the
so
knee,
simple.
the knee to her head.
Becky versus Ronda. That's simple.
The
It's-
the
it's
Charlotte-
just
the
simple.
Charlotte
I'm better
knee-
than you.
No. You can still put Charlotte in there. It's just that a suspension,
Her
a knee
leg's
injury,
stronger than
Arrest.
arrest,
Carolina.
another
Arrest.
arrest.
Suspension again.
Nia Jax, who bust her in the face, no match there at all. It's just
Injury.
way too much. Oh, now you add another title to it. Way too much.
I think the
man.
best thing about that whole thing
It's
last
not
night
enough.
was when Charlotte kneed her in the head.
That was a good. that was no. Did you see Charlotte's Instagram?
No.
Yo, she put the screenshot of when she knees Ronda hanging her head hanging out the window, and she's like, "Ronda, wrestling is for me." I'm like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
All right, we got to wrap this up.
Wrap it up, B.
But Mr. Thunder, man, any last thoughts on Mania?
Nah, man. I said everything I had to say, man. It's going down, man. See us at Buffalo Wild Wings. My granny gonna be there. Come shake her hand, and she might kick you in the ass.
Man, just imagine being Collison. You gotta have one of those little ass seats for 12 hours.
I'm Tony Thunder
You do
everywhere.
realize
I'm
I've been
Tony
at the
Thunder.
last three.
Find me.
This will be three.
It's the
Paper
longest
Face
one.
Sometimes. Don't be alarmed. Rat Pack is fuck? Question mark.
What?
What?
Pack is fuck? Question mark.
Are you not Pack anymore?
Am I?
What? Mr. Thunder,
Good
go ahead.
question.
But go ahead, throw your social media out there real quick, sir.
Tony_Thunder on Snapchat. Tony Thunder something like that on Twitter. Tony Thunder on Facebook. Follow the Rat Pack. Follow BCWA. Follow Tupac. Follow me.
Woo!
Mr. Collison.
Oh, and shout out to Justin Timberlake. This is his favorite pro wrestling MMA podcast.
Bam. Mr. Collison, you'll be there at Mania, man. Any
Ring
last
the
words?
bell. Ring the alarm.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm just looking forward to the whole weekend. It'll be my first time in New York, so we'll see.
Do not play card games.
We'll see how this is going to play out.
Stay
But
with Clear
yeah,
Street.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, well, let's see what New York's got to offer.
Are you ready for the first ever snowy WrestleMania?
Look, actually, contrary,
It's gonna be like 40 degrees,
I've
bro.
been bullshit. I've been watching the weather,
50.
And it's
That's
actually
nothing to him. He a Michigan boy.
I was about to say, like,
Hey,
as long as
shit,
long as it gets to like Michigan warm,
He gonna be out there with the guns out in 45-degree weather, baby.
won't give a fuck. Like that's what I'm saying.
That's the motherfuckers on the West Coast. They ain't used to it. We gonna be suns out guns out. We Michigan made, baby.
You'll be seeing that at WrestleMania. And Vince Pisticelli, or however you say your name, from behind the curtain. Yes, I have a collar and elbow waiting for you.
Whoop, whoop.
I saw. Go ahead and throw your social medias. Any announcements we got to make, sir?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Detroit Knockout, at Detroit NOKOUT. Make sure you're following the show on all our social medias at KO3C Pod, Twitter, Instagram, and KO3CPod.com. Also, shout out to past guests of the show going to the Hall of Fame this week, Booker T. Also,
5 times.
Make sure you're checking out BCWA, Clash. All the ones Tony named, but we're going to be making our way around a few things here soon. And keep your eyes open. We've got a couple wrestling things coming up, but we're going to have the return to MMA when Kenny Mitchell Cross comes in to come talk to us about Lights Out.
Yes, sir. Kev, it's good to have you back on the show, man.
Man, it's good to be here.
Very good.
I
Good
missed
to be
y'all,
here.
man.
Any last words on Mania, man? And go ahead and throw your social medias, anything you got to promote, man. You know, all that good stuff.
You know what? There's not really a bad card. Really, it's a couple questionable matches. I think it's gonna be extremely long.
That's what she said.
Excuse me. That was a weird
Out of
sneeze.
10, I'm not gonna see every match because I gotta work. I have to work, so I probably won't see every match. So I think it's gonna be a good show. And if you go Facebook, Kevin D Russ,
D. Russ.
D Russ.
Yes.
Instagram, Twitter is __ made in the 80s. And yes, Tony, it is the same name.
And the best decade ever.
Mr. Campbell.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Team Chaos. That's KAYOS. You can also find me on my other show. I host my boy Zero. It's Wakanda Podcast. Is this? We do everything comic book related and DC TV, CW show rundowns from the weekly shows. You can find us as of this week on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, anywhere you listen to a podcast. Everyonewhocares.com. And hit me up on Facebook page is coming later this week for the show.
All right. Shout out to Jen Debs real quick. Shout out to Alicia. Shout out to Seth for following us on the Facebooks. Everybody else that was on the Facebooks, shout out to all you guys. And I'm just looking forward to Mania. Make sure you guys come out to Buffalo Wild Wings this Sunday, man. Downtown location. We'll be there along with Breaking Down the Ring, giving out some great prizes, watching WrestleMania. You know, we're going to fill out our pro wrestling scorecards, man. So I don't know how they're going to do it, but come fill out.
You keeping them right so we can keep track.
Oh, yeah. This is us. This is our personal ones. But, yeah, definitely come on out and have some drinks, wrestling,
Wings.
good friends. What else do you want? But I'm Devin. You can find me on Twitter at Devin63. That's DEVINTHE63. You can find me on Instagram at All Steak No Sizzle. Make sure you join the Reality Era News group, man. We're going to be talking WrestleMania all week in there. So definitely
Are we creating
join
a feed?
And each one of us, we will accept you.
Might as well. Might as well.
Mention this show, and
So,
we will accept
when
you
does
on
the
the
show
Reality
start?
Air News.
When does the show start? Like 2, 3?
No,
In
it
the morning?
It
Something
starts
like
at
that.
7.
Jesus.
No, it starts at 6.
That's terrible.
Wait, I don't know. Well, it's going to be on all freaking day. But and we'll be back next week with a WrestleMania review.
From our lovely co-host. I call him lovely because it makes him feel weird. Kyle Collins,
Fresh off the plane.
fresh off the boat.
At least this time I won't be trying to do it via phone. I'll actually be
yeah,
able to be
last year.
back here.
Exactly.
Because that was horrible.
Wait, you're not going to SmackDown?
No, he never does.
You're not a real fan.
He never does.
No, it's just
He
the
will
last,
next year because SmackDown will be on Friday.
The last
True.
2 years,
And
the
with Daniel
people I've
Cormier.
went with wanted to leave. So this year and last year and the year before that, I didn't know if I was going to even be there for Raw because I wasn't supposed to be.
You should all. Hey,
you ain't go last year
take it
either.
from me. You always got to
I
be
was
there
with
for
my
Raw,
ma
baby.
last year.
You always got to be there for Raw.
But, all right, let's go ahead and end this show.
Nobody
Until
caught
next
that.
time, people. Peace.
Excelsior.
Fuck your couch!
That's my catchphrase.
Excelsior?
Yeah.
I got a bone.
That's not your
It shows
catchphrase.
you don't listen to my other podcast.